Hello and welcome back to another episode of Oops, All Dungeons. I'm your Dungeon Master, Jonathan Nee, and to my table left we have THALIA Perrone, Michael Wheeler, and Maggie Wensink. And to my table right we have Bill Brown III, CJ Rosenberger, and Sam Candor. And we pick up on the heels of battle, but before that, how are we feeling today?
Yeah!
Yep.
Boom.
Ready?
Yep.
Boom.
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 Boom. Boom.
That's how I feel.
All right. As a recap of last session, before we get into this combat, we had our 56 Delvers here coming through the dungeon.
They did what?
Okay.
We had.
Please reiterate what they were doing.
Okay. All right. The 56 Delvers were making their way down after having defeated the door mimic on level 26. And after going through and having a long rest as their two fallen party members were incapacitated after that combat session, the rest of the party went back to go investigate a loud sort of like crashing sound that they heard echoing from the rest of the dungeon walls on that level 26. Going back, they had found that, well, one, a trap was sprung, shooting straight through Sylvester here, right through the chest. But more importantly, they had discovered that a large slab of basically dungeon stone had been used to had been like cut and blocked off the exit out into basically the split, which is where y'all had descended down from from the third labyrinth, where the other minotaurs lived, the last sort of level in the dungeon that has this sort of dungeon society that has built itself over the years. And with that force being blocked, another bit of mystery was introduced to y'all when you guys were going through the 55th Delver's log that was discovered in the entrails and in the digestional tract of the door mimic. Going through that, there seemed to be a lot of information sort of being thrown out. It seemed that the log only went on for 5 days. And there was a lot of ominous notes about watchers and things in the sort of darkness of the dungeon, and strange runic sort of writings and things like that. And a little character by the name of Styx who left drawings on all the stuff that the characters
the best.
Resurrecting Styx.
the characters love so much. Going forward, though, a lot of sort of floor numbers started popping up. Discovery of portal frames and perhaps keys that are used to unlock them, particularly later levels. So you went from 26 down to 28, where you found one of these, and you found a scene that was roughly as it was described in the delve log of the 55th. Now, you guys descended a couple more levels from 28 going into 29. Now 28 was its own sort of library, but 29 was more, it's, your more typical dungeon-esque setting, but more abandoned, as you know, because again, these dungeon ecosystems can't really sustain themselves unless they really try. They were meant to just impede the heroics of the heroes that came before you. In level 29, y'all found a trail of coins that you had, with a couple of nature checks, discerned was a creature of the dungeon called a treasure crawler or a treasure crab. This treasure crawler, you had trailed it to its burrow. This creature that's attracted by that of valuable items and magical items for that case, you had tracked it to its burrow, where it had burrowed deep into the dungeon wall and had burrowed into a spot, like a sort of crawl space that goes against, like, it's, this whole extra dimensional space is magical. So digging so far deep that it's now like in this like hidey hole. It sort of altered your perception of sort of where things are and sort of like the orientation of gravity. But granted, you found your way into this crawl space where I think I under-explained like the sort of treasures in this room. It's mostly gold. It's mostly gold and glittering, and like a few gems here and there. But it's just sort of among the rest of this refuse where you found one of the molted shell of this thing, another molted shell of this thing. And then after investigating the treasure and a couple failed dex saves, a couple of our players were pushed out of the way just in time before it had emerged itself from underneath its sort of burrow and has gotten two of your players in a claw lock. And we'll begin this combat with a roll of initiative. So everyone's going to roll on 3, 2, 1.
Please.
Okay. Oh no.
Okay, that's acceptable.
That's okay.
This is acceptable.
Oh, no.
Acceptable.
Okay,
Pretty
wait.
good.
Hold
This is
on. Initiative.
This is acceptable.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
All right. Okay. Who thinks they got the highest? Okay, what do you got?
18.
18?
21.
21.
20.
20. Okay, so you. So
Wait, is yours natural?
No.
Oh.
I also got 18, but I can go after Hendricks.
Okay, then
Your dex is higher, probably.
I think it goes by dex.
14.
On ties.
17.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. Then Sylvester will go before Hendricks.
If we stay within 30 feet of each other, you still get that bonus d4.
Mace, what did you get?
Gotcha.
I got an 8.
You got an 8.
2.
You got a 2. Okay. Okay, so then it'll go Mace. Then it'll go the Treasure Crawler. Treasure Crawler only rolled a 3 on its dice.
Yeah.
And then it'll go to Dio.
Poor
And then
crap.
that will be.
You got less than a.
So
I
in the
had 2.
initiative order, we've got MALAKAI, THALIA, Sylvester, Hendricks, Mace, the Treasure Crawler, and then Dio.
That's pretty good.
So-
I'm a fan of that.
At the start of this combat round, here's what I need to announce about the sort of play space here. If you are on the adjacent squares or on top of these treasure piles that you see throughout the room, on your turn, you can use a bonus action to dig through the treasure pile, and you can roll a d20 to see what you're able to find within the treasure pile. And in case you feel like there may be some things in there that can help you in the future. And this is something that also can go after the combat, but if you want to in this turn, bonus action to just sort of rifle through, like reach for something quickly. Yes.
Could we use an action as well?
Yes. You can use bonus action will just replace your bonus. So you get one bonus action per turn, and that's usually used for like class abilities and stuff like that. In this case, in the action economy, you can spend that bonus action to dig through the treasure. Like, it's not like a, I wonder what's here. It's more just like a, oh, something that's not a gold coin. Pull it up. And whatever that may be, we'll roll for that later on. And when it comes to that, yes. Another thing to note too is that here we have 2 players that are in the claw. These players have the restrained condition while they're in the claw. The restrained condition, as I'm going to read it out for you, restrained means that your speed becomes 0. You can't benefit from any bonuses to your speed. You have disadvantage on attack rolls. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws while in the claw.
So,
Yes.
oh no, I was just gonna say it's really detrimental if you're in the air.
Yes.
Can I ask a question about the crab?
Absolutely,
I'm not
yeah.
sure if it's too meta. I have an idea since I'm gonna be first coming up, but I want to make sure that it's like the best choice in mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm thinking, basically, I'm going to cast Hex, but I'm going to target Strength
Okay, on this crab?
on the crab.
For sure. Okay, so Hex on the strength. So what does that do to...
So what it does is that for a bonus, I guess, is combat starting? Or
Yeah,
what do we
so
do?
so
Okay.
combat initiating now. So now we're in combat.
Yeah.
We're in the full strength of combat.
You 3 are blessed. We're bonded.
Cool.
So does that
Great.
I add a D4 onto my rolls by being blessed?
You can spend
Yes,
it for
you do.
1, I think.
No, that's him.
Oh, right.
So I get a D4 to which rolls?
You have 1 d4 a turn. You can choose to spend it on a attack, save, or check.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Dude.
for you 3, it's you add a d4 to every attack and save.
Okay.
I have a question for
Yes.
you. And I feel like I already know the answer. So if I cast Bane, I can target up to 3 creatures. Can I put all 3 on the crab?
No, so it would be in that rules case it would be
Triple
like
Bane.
you can get 1 creature or you can select up to 3 creatures, not like it would be like 3 stacking onto one thing. It would just be 1 Bane.
It'd be
Darn.
gross.
I'll go ahead. I'm surveying the situation. I see that, oh no, my friends are caught in crab crawls. I'm just going to pull out my medallion, just kind of point it at it. I'm just like, I'm not letting this happen again. And I will cast Hex. It now will have disadvantage on strength ability checks, and every time that I hit it, I'll deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage. And it only is going to end if, well, it's concentration up to an hour. It ends once it basically drops dead or someone casts a remove curse on the crab.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Does it deal damage off the bat or just when you attack it?
Only when I attack.
Okay.
So going in there.
Is that a bonus action spell?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
a
great.
bonus
Yeah.
action.
So you fling out Hex. Are you going to make an approach up, you think? Are you
I'm-
flying or?
I am going to fly up and I'm going to essentially bring down my warhammer onto the crab claw, at least a section of it that's, I guess, is it like each claw is holding a player, or is it both players in one claw?
So the last scene before we cut last episode was that the claw had come up from the ground and got two. So it's one claw holding them.
Okay.
And you did reveal another aspect about this boss fight. This is a segmented boss, meaning that similar to the door monster, usually in D&D there's no call chunk, but because this creature is so huge, you are able to pinpoint aspects of it to hit. In particular, the legs it's got, and then also the two claws, and then the body itself. So the body itself would just be like meat shots, and then the claws are their own thing.
Oh no.
Get rid of those claws.
Granted, they're not acting similar to the door mimic too. They're not acting as individual pieces. They're all part of one greater creature.
Right, it's just I have a terrible idea if this one works. This one works. So yeah, I will basically fly up, and I'm going to just like come up. Let's see how well.
Can I put you like?
If that's able to work with you
Yeah,
in terms
absolutely.
of distance,
Yeah.
then I will get up there, and I'm going to use my warhammer as a big claw cracker. Do I get advantage by my friends being right next to me?
He's technically not flanking because they're restrained.
Understandable. So let's a go. And then I get to add the bless onto it. And then
Michael Wheeler, like, digging through his court documents every time he has to fight.
The character packet is truly.
Yeah.
so that
That's
is
crazy.
a 15 to hit.
15 to hit.
It's a
Okay.
big thing.
Against the creature? Yes, that absolutely hits the claw.
First comes the regular damage.
Okay.
So that is going to be 10, and then plus the 1d6 for the hex. That is a 1. So that is 1 point of necrotic damage and 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Great. It, in its armored carapace, another factoid, you're using a bludgeoning weapon in this case. Bludgeoning weapons against things with exoskeletons are more effective than slashing implements and are better than slashing implements.
What about piercing weapons?
So piercing weapons, you have to find out. But in this case, you striking it at this joint, like in a particular weak point where you hit, and then also it being bludgeoning, it's basically going to dent that portion of the armor at doing damage. So you did how much damage?
I did 11 points of damage in total.
Okay, great. Shit, I did odd numbers. Oops.
All dungeons
Hey,
coming to
right now.
Right now.
Your 11 damage comes through, and one of the claws will be 4 damage through, going through the damage threshold.
So basically 7 to get
So
the pie.
so damage threshold is 15. 15 to 7.5 to 7, and so your 11 goes into the 7 for the damage threshold because you're attacking with something that it doesn't have resistance to. And so that damage will then bypass. So 4 will bypass into the claw.
Okay.
Yes.
So it received 4 damage altogether.
To the claw, yes.
Okay. And to the whole body it's 4, or is the whole body 11?
To the claw, the body has a different thing because crabs can survive. I mean, it can't survive long, but it can survive without its claws.
Okay.
Like it can go on living. So the body has its own hit point pool.
Okay.
But striking there, you deal 20. You bring it down. You deal 4 damage
Yay.
to it.
Does it open up the claw? Does it give them a chance to escape?
I will say this: when it comes to the individual's turn, they will make actions to do so. If on your turn, and I'm sorry if this screws things up, but if you want to provide help as an action to them, that will give them advantage on their checks going forward. Striking the thing directly, though, if you were to fully destroy it, yes, it will break them free.
Gotcha.
But it's like, yeah,
Okay.
you've got that damage threshold working against you. All right, moving down the initiative sort of list, going to Thalia. Or is that all? Sorry, is that all you want to do?
I guess depending on how much more movement I get, because now here comes the dumb idea.
Okay.
Put me on its back.
You started there. What's your flying speed?
My flying speed is 30.
Okay, so that would be what, 6 squares? 5 feet squares? I'll say you're like here.
Yeah, he was like here to start.
1, 2, 3, and then fuck it, I'll just say
and I just kind of look at him, just like, hi, blood.
Yeah, you'll see one of its like sort of like mechanical eyes just.
You're hitting it with
Just like, maybe this is not a good idea.
Malakai discovers a new fear.
Moving on to Thalia.
Would it be half my
Rip.
movement to try and get out?
No. So if you were attempting to, under the restraint condition, creatures caught in the claws and restrained will be subject to a strength. You can choose a strength or a con saving throw.
Okay.
On your turn.
Would that be my action then?
That will be yes. That will take your action to get yourself free of this thing.
Oh.
Oh wait, no. I take that back. My mistake.
It's all
You can make an athletics check to get
Mhm.
out.
Mm-hmm.
That is your action in this turn. You can make an athletics to get out.
I'm gonna try that. That's a natural 19
Nat
with
19
a 4.
With a
So
4,
23.
23. Okay, yeah. The way I want to see it like this, it's sort of like if Dio's caught in like the meat, like the inside of the claw, you're on the outside a little bit. So Dio, being as big as Dio is just sort of like, "Ugh," and like it's just enough for you to just sort of slenderly, just kind of like slip out, and you pop through the bottom, and you just sort of land on your feet, just like crouching, and you're looking up this huge hulking construct of like this treasure crawler standing before you.
Can I go ahead?
You
and
can
move?
run, yeah. You can move up.
I want to be under the crab.
Okay, directly under the crab?
I do.
Okay, great.
I
John,
have a plan.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So since the concentration for Hex is up to an hour, is it okay if I do not track it for this session, like for this combat?
Yes, unless you get hit and
Yeah, like
lose concentration.
It's
yeah.
like I keep track of just like the time
Mhm.
duration that lasts for it, but since it's up to an hour,
Yeah.
I don't really know what the math for that's gonna be.
So
aside from-
combat is every round. So
Is
after
6
everyone's
seconds.
goes 6 seconds. So 10 rounds is a minute. So you've got it for
100 rounds.
I
yeah,
thought it was
100
every
rounds.
turn was 6 seconds.
No, every round is 6 seconds.
Every round
Whoa.
is 6
It's
seconds.
action economy is weird when
Yeah.
translating it to time. So it's just like that's for the sake of
Dang.
casting
A
time.
spell
that's
that
how it
lasts
goes.
a minute is 10 rounds. Yeah.
So never
Yes.
mind.
Yes. Don't keep track of time.
Okay, Thalia. Yes.
For my bonus action, I'm going to give Dio Bardic Inspiration.
Great. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's a d6.
Shooting a bardic over to Dio,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the total of your turn.
One space farther under it.
I don't think.
So, due to dexterity, it's going to Sylvester. So,
But I-
Sylvester, you're up next.
I'll say, I think it's because what I would have already been doing. I'm going to use a bonus action to dig around in the pile that I was looking in.
Go, okay. Yeah, roll a d20. Tell me what your roll was. You want high.
13.
13? Okay. Immediately off the rip, you know, there's this great hole monster, everyone's trying to deal with it. What's your thought process like following through it?
As my hand is like grabbed onto something, as
Yeah.
just things should.
It does feel something that isn't gold, or not a jewel either. You will find a pair of goggles in the midst. It has sort of crystalline, sort of lenses, stuff like that.
Mhm.
You can use your action, your full action, to attempt to roll an Arcana or History check.
Nah, I'm gonna throw that in my pocket, and I'm going to make sure because I don't think I'm Hendricks. Where are you? You're here? Oh, okay. So I am within 30. I'm gonna move back a couple of squares, just a couple, and then shoot at this claw.
That claw right there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Which one was the good one?
Now we get to see what piercing. Oh wait, no, it's not
Okay.
a gun.
I would say,
Yeah,
well,
it's a blast.
that's
You can add your d4 if you want.
I would say that's a 16 plus.
A 15 hit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then Well, can I use the D4 for damage?
No.
No. Okay. But
Just for checks, I believe.
Yep. So I'll shoot it with
Saves
Priscilla.
attacks checks.
And then that'll be the D8 plus the D4.
You can use the d4 for a saving throw. So if you want to save it.
No, this is my
for damage. My bad.
Yeah. This is my Dreadful Strikes ability. Ideal. So this will be piercing and psychic. So that's 6 piercing damage and 4 psychic damage.
6 piercing, 4 psychic. Okay.
Yes.
Your piercing will not beat the damage threshold, but your psychic will.
Mm-hmm.
So doing damage to the claw itself
The claw gains sentience. It has an existential moment.
I mean, it is just a monster. Okay, so going from you said it was 4.
Yes, 4 psychic damage.
Right.
And then, and I believe I used this wrong last time, but now that I've attacked it, I can mark it as my favored foe. I can just do that. That's not any type of action. And so I can increase damage in the future by D4.
Heard.
So,
Yep.
so I think that's my turn.
Great. Okay. So you found these pair of goggles, something about them. Like it was among this treasure pile, but then you just sort of pocket it for at the moment, and then you take a step back. Yeah. Take a step back. Firing the blast into the crab. You can see it sort of splash off, but you know that psychic damage just sort of reverberated within the shell. Okay. That's Sylvester's turn.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Pass initiative over to Hendricks.
All right. Think I'm just gonna play it safe. Throw down bonus action spiritual weapon. It has a 60-foot range. I think I'm gonna put it on just attacking the claw with Dio in it as well.
Spiritual weapons concentration, right?
No.
No?
That's why it's like the best spell in the game, is because it's not.
Word.
Yep.
Okay, spiritual weapon is going to strike at the claw that has Dio within its grasp. Dio, you're just like, oh shit, everyone else got out except for me.
You're fine. Alright. Spell attack. That is 21.
21 hits. That's on left claw.
Yeah. And then that's 6 force.
6 force
So I don't
damage.
think that beats the threshold. But it will be a constant bother for that monster either way.
Well, magical damage is going through straight.
Yeah.
So it does do the full 6 damage.
Oh, so I might mess this dude up big time.
For sure.
And then you said I could provide help with an action to Dio. What does that look like? Do I have
You
to
would
get
have
closer?
to get closer, yeah.
Would I have to get like in there?
The idea is either you are pulling on him to pull him out, or you are trying to do something with the claws to wrench it open just a little bit more so that he could slip through.
Okay.
Don't worry, keep yourself safe.
Okay. I think movement-wise, I'd like to be a little closer for spell purposes.
Fly.
1, 2, 3,
Fly.
4, 5. Okay.
Don't get snatched.
Yeah. I mean, flying doesn't do anything. Jonathan told me before the battle this room isn't very tall.
Yeah, it's 20 foot height, so this crab isn't very tall, but it is very wide.
And the crab would be able to reach me
Yeah.
no matter where I am,
yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
These are articulating, yeah, I know, look, Carver prop and all like that CT guy, but
Yeah.
like the arms can fully articulate.
I'm not even gonna fly then. I'm going to use my action. Do I dig in the pile or do I do more damage?
Do more damage.
I'm gonna do more damage. I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead.
Toll
So,
the Dead.
yes. That
Spiritual weapon
is-
isn't a spell, is it? Or is it a...
Toll the Dead's a cantrip.
Right.
So,
yeah.
yes.
You're good.
That is a wisdom save for the crab.
I'm telling you, this crab isn't very
Hendricks, you think this
wise.
guy's smart?
I don't think this tin bucket very perceptive.
What's the DC?
13?
13? Okay, roll the 13, but -1 to wisdom because it's 12. So it does, so you deal Toll the Dead. Tell me what Toll the Dead does.
Toll the
1d12.
Dead is 1d8, but if it's been damaged, it's a d12. So I'm gonna roll a d12
Yeah.
of necrotic damage.
Great.
So nice.
That's
A 10.
10. 10 necrotic.
Great. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that was crazy. My stomach just roared something fierce.
Your stomach knew that we're having Red Lobster today.
Dude.
We're having a
Is
hot
it Crab Fest? Is it Shrimp Fest?
Oh, it is.
Yeah, does this
now.
thing have meat?
It's
It's
mostly
metal.
metal.
It's mostly metal,
Could we
yeah.
find some?
This
Listen,
is not delicious in dungeon.
We're going
I'm
to.
hungry.
Is there
Can I
like
use something
a
for the
family of little crustaceans?
No,
inside
stop,
that
guys,
can-
come on.
All right,
I'm gonna
that's
do
my
something for the
turn.
bit,
All right,
and
that's your turn.
it.
Great.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
full
slide.
necrotic
Max
damage.
is gonna-
You see it just sort of, you see the whole crab thing just sort of like shudder at Toll of the Dead. Yeah. So rolling on to the next one, it goes to Mace. Mace is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna, the helmet comes on, and I'm just gonna dash forward and, run forward and target one of the legs, and just start kind of trying to bash at it with,
Okay, great. Yeah, so you're gonna
With my
run
mace.
underneath the leg. Okay, with your mace.
and I'm also gonna
Mace.
rage.
Yeah.
40 bats.
Raging.
So yeah. Ooh, Pretty good, pretty good.
That's a cool roll.
That is a 20. Very
20 hits. 20 hits Lloyd.
Just don't knock me
Now
off.
listen, if we take out half the legs, and it is
Oh, and
just...
I'm raging. Heck
Heck yeah.
yeah. 12 damage. Yeah.
Ooh, 12 to
the leg.
to 1.
The one underneath. Oh, wait. No, 13 actually, because I'm
13.
using my new mace.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh yes, 13. So it'll go to full. So you fuck this leg up. It's still attached to its body, but it's sort of like it's like kneecapping the guy. It's like
busting the
right
kneecap,
in the
yeah.
joint, and then you just see it go, and you can hear like the metal just
I'm so ready for
from
Mace
like
to
you
have
just.
two
It's like
attacks.
you know
I'm
it's
so
it's like
ready.
stainless steel baseball bat, garbage can.
Yeah. Okay,
Houston
cool.
has
I'm
good.
just
Throw
right
a
there.
red lobster after this.
Mace, are there any crab legs in there? How yummy on a scale of 1 to 10
Is that
does
all you're
that
doing?
look?
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Okay.
Stay engaged.
Okay.
Looks like metal.
Go
Just hug a metal at me.
Well,
Okay, going on to Treasure Crawler's turn. On Treasure Crawler's turn, creatures caught in the claws and restrained will be subject to a strength or con save, your choice.
I'm gonna choose con.
Okay, go for the con save.
You're blessed.
And if that crab is using a strength ability check, it makes it with disadvantage.
No, this is a save for Dio.
Okay, that's Oh, hold on. No, okay. Yeah, it's a 10.
It's a 10? Okay, that's a failure, so this will
Yeah.
be...
I didn't like the amount of dice.
It's okay. As long as our healers don't get stuck in the
That
crab
is-
claws.
27 damage. That is 27 bludgeoning damage to you as the claw mechanically...
Yeah, Dio goes down instantly. That's the exact amount of health he has.
That's crazy.
So when you say getting into the crab claw, I'm sorry, I'm
Don't.
following after.
Dude!
So I'm hearing I should have attacked the claw before the leg. That's what I'm hearing.
So Dio goes down. The crab...
Shit, Jonathan. What the fuck?
Like, you could just hear like the chains like squish into his body. He's like,
Oh,
Granted, the
so
DC.
bad.
Okay, if I'm going to be transparent a little bit, since you did just
Yeah.
go down, DC was 14. So
yeah.
DC for Connor strength was 14.
I
So
rolled
what'd
a
you roll?
3. on
Yeah,
the
so
tutorial.
that
Yeah.
kind of does it.
Yeah.
Granted, yeah.
This is
So
sad.
full down.
Hendricks,
TPK
do you
anyone?
want to?
Nah.
Full
No.
down.
If you
Do you want me to get him, or
if
do
you
you
can
want to
do
get
it
him?
without spell slots, that's cool. Does that take an
Yeah.
action?
It's
though?
one of those things where it's like as soon as like every
your lay on
like
hands
kind
an
of you get
action?
crunched and then you're like
Yes. It's
as soon as like it doesn't feel a
'cause I was
pulse,
thinking, like,
you will
like
just
the
slip
crab
through the
claw.
claw and hit the ground.
So we'll
So
continue
yeah,
to
you
crunch
you will
up at
yeah,
least.
you will
Okay.
get down there.
I can bring. I can bring.
okay.
it.
Um,
I can bring
on
it.
its action, its current biggest threat is what it believes to be on top of it. So it's going to make both of its multi-attacks against Michael,
Oh.
against Malakai. My bad. So,
Off to a good start, guys.
what's your AC?
This is fine.
With my shield, that puts me up to an 18.
Oh, okay, yeah, great. Okay, so I rolled 2 12s actually. So that means 17 17. That's 17 17 with the claw hits. So it will, after crushing the life out of Dio, it will then go like try to reach for you, and you comes this close to your face, and just
such silly
like
sounds.
these metal
Yeah.
snapping
For the thing that just like killed our friend, like just like bisected
Not
him.
that so,
it's going to slightly rotate. It's
just
just
sew you back.
like as it's like and you can hear the mechanical. It's gonna move on to Dio. Dio, please roll a death saving throw.
Yippee.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, okay.
Wait, actually,
That's good.
I'm dumb. I forgot about this. As an orc, I have relentless endurance.
Yes!
So when I'm reduced to 0 hit points but not killed, I can drop to 1 instead.
Oh, okay. Well,
So you have
that's,
a turn.
Okay, wait. So roll it back. Roll it back then. So since you didn't get dropped, I will have to say I do have to say mechanically you are still restrained. though.
That is fine.
Okay, yeah. You are still restrained. In which case you didn't need to roll that death saving throw. In which case you can make that same roll, athletics check, in order to break free.
So I'm going to ignore that check because I have something way better to do.
Ooh.
Dio, like, feeling his ribs kind of like crushing in. He's gonna like deep breathe, just and he's going to charge up his armor and cast Thunder Wave.
Okay, out from itself.
Yeah.
So I believe. So what's the range?
Thunderwave is a 15-foot cube originating from me, so it'll be spaces
gonna
next
hit
to us.
Okay, yeah, it will hit Mace, but should be okay.
You'll be fine. It's
I'll
a
be
con
okay.
save. You'll survive.
All right.
Yeah. So I'll need a con save from the treasure crawler.
What's your what's the conto?
Let's see. It's spell save DC 14.
Okay. 14.
Mm-hmm.
It rolled a 6, but it's a +9 to con saves.
Damn.
Wait, no, my bad. It rolled a 6 as a +12 to con saves.
Jeez.
So it does pass.
I do not pass.
It is
11.
made of metal,
It's half as much damage though on a failed save.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll still take damage.
and it doesn't get pushed, which is a shame.
6. So that's gonna be 9 damage. So half. That's 4 to the treasure crawler.
Yes. 4 to the treasure crawler left claw.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah. Unfortunately, since you were pushed 10 feet away, treasure crawler doesn't have the pushed effect because it's saved. And as a bonus action, Dio will.
How much? 10 feet away?
10 feet away. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna say it's like this direction.
Yeah. And then as a bonus action, Dio will go ahead and activate his defensive field, gaining 3 temp HP. So.
Is that all that Dio can do on this turn?
Yep.
Using the action to. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
You're still restrained.
Mhm.
So Dio, you all. I mean, I imagine Dio lets out like a blood curdling, just like. Yeah. So everyone can hear that just echo off this like really tight close, like basically crawl space. You hear the
wall.
bones. Yeah.
Oh, I thought for sure he was dead.
Rolling back to the top.
Passed out and they're like,
Rolling back to the top. Malachi.
I just kind of like look over, completely dead face. I'm just like, Dio, don't worry. I'm coming over. I'll figure this out.
Flipping to the packet.
I think. Wait a minute. I don't think it would count for concentration. So we could actually see if this is gonna work. I would like to activate my channel divinity. For the next 10 minutes, I will activate Peerless Athlete, which will give me advantage on strength, athletics, and dexterity acrobatics checks. I can carry, push, drag, and lift twice as much weight as normal, and the distance from my long and high jumps increased by 10 feet. So with that now activated, I'm going to rush over to Dio to try and help him like pry open the crab claw to get him out.
So you can either offer Dio assistance for his next turn, or you can strike now. It won't give him advantage though. So it's like you can either attack now or you can provide the help. If you provide the help action, it needs to get to Dio's turn for him to use that help action.
So like if I use the help action, my turn's over and it just has to circle back to Dio for it to be useful.
Treasure Crawler goes before Dio in the turn order.
He has 1 hit point.
Technically 4.
About that.
Then instead, since I could also try and heal you. Would you like some healing?
The life getting crushed out of Dio.
Understandable.
Is it every time you get dropped to 0, or
It's just the first time.
Then
it's like a once per day thing?
Once per long rest.
Yeah, I believe
Because I
so.
have it too.
Good to know.
Yeah.
If you want to do lay on, right?
Yeah, I could just do lay on hands. That will at least like empty out the whole pool. But the thing is, I'm kind of tied between like, can I do enough damage feasibly to knock the claw off to get Dio out of it, or will the healing be enough for Dio to
I'll
survive?
say you can make a free check on the status of the claw.
Okay.
I
what
can
would
heal
that-
him.
What would that require?
I'd say an insight
An
would
insight
probably
check.
be insight. Go for insight.
Okay.
And
That is a 4.
it looks
This
like a
claw, this claw on that insight, it doesn't look particularly damaged. Especially like in the blood of battle, like you're looking around. It's like sure you can see like there's been some strikes to it so far, but it's not like really hurt.
Okay.
And there's no part that's exposing itself as a visible weakness. These claws are pretty beefy.
Do you want to just like double down on healing Dio?
I can throw a bonus action his way.
Okay.
I can throw a healing word his way.
Okay, then yeah, I'll just go down to Dio, and I'm just going to just like place my hand onto you. Yeah, that you feel like a nice, calm, warm sensation instead of the internal bleeding
From
that you're
Malakai.
feeling, and I will go ahead and drop all 15 of my lay on hands to you.
Healing hands to Dio, keeping Dio up. Yeah, you're kind of in like a hell right now where it's just like.
So many sensations.
Like lungs reinflate.
Yeah, reinflate, just immediately squeeze back.
Just the bones are setting a little bit by bit together.
Thank you, Malakai.
Jonathan, can I ask you a question as the friend?
Mhm.
As a friend?
As a friend.
That 27 damage, was that a good roll, damage-wise?
I'm rolling 6 dice.
One of them's a d20.
I'm rolling 6 dice, and so let's see. I think maximum. Yeah, that was on the higher end of
Okay.
damage.
As a friend.
As
As a friend.
As a colleague.
As a
Hey,
friend.
buddy.
You
Hey,
Not as
Yeah.
a player, just.
okay, is that your turn, Malakai?
Let's
Oh, is that your bonus action? Right? You used up your
and
action.
So lay on hands is an action.
Oh, okay.
And I think that with
Did you want to use your channel divinity?
I did
Yeah.
use my
That's
that was
bonus.
my channel divinity as a bonus action
Mm-hmm.
because I thought that I could pry it open.
I mean, it's still probably gonna be helpful
Yeah.
Yeah,
in case you get caught.
that is true. Just Herculean break out of it if possible,
That was so
especially
good.
since this thing has disadvantage on strength checks.
Yeah.
I think the only thing can I fly out of there? Can I?
Yeah, absolutely.
get
Where you
off
want to fly
from-
to? You have full
well,
fly speed.
No, since I did trail back to Dio. How much distance?
I'll say
like
you-
5, 10.
10. Yeah. So you got
So
you
I
got
still have
20.
20 left.
If you fly down to the ground, I'll say that you can move like a few spaces away.
Get me as close to the ceiling as possible.
Or just up?
Just let me bat hang right above.
Right above
and
the
like
center?
a little bit behind if possible.
Okay, we're just gonna note that as like up here.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna leave you right here. Just remember. We'll remember. We'll remember that
Do you
he's
want to be
up.
on the crab somewhere else, though?
Yeah, I wanted to see if I could get like closer to the back end of the shell.
You can get onto the back of the end of this crowd. I think I'll allow. Actually, 4.
Like
6.
20.
You can get like onto the back though. You can get onto the back. Is that what you
Yeah.
want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just get as far away from like claw reach because I'm not sure. I know it's able to get up to its eyes. I'm not sure if an extra 5 feet is going to matter. In terms
I'll
of
say
distance.
if you're on this back half, I'll give it disadvantage.
I'll take that. Am I on said back half?
No.
Almost.
Almost. You're like a square away.
Fun.
This is a big thing. This is a big creature. All right, that's your turn.
That will be my turn.
All right, passing on to Talia.
I
Talia.
have a question.
Yes, please.
So is this? Can I check underneath the crab to see if there's like openings in its armor?
Yes. Roll a survival check or a perception check.
Okay.
The idea of all this
That's
chaos happening and then Talia's just
That's
like.
the same. No, I have a plan. That's a 15.
15 to.
That's a 15.
Okay, yeah. So, so on a 15 investigation check, you will know that on the you'll see that on the underneath of this carapace, it is truly a solid metal creature. Like on this, like it is like on the inside, there must be some internal workings, but this is just a hard exoskeleton made of
Okay.
thing.
Beautiful.
There is also a mouth in which to gorge on treasure. It's not gorging on you though. It won't open for you, but
Okay.
there is like slots for it to open up to like hork up treasure.
I know what I need. I have a plan.
Okay.
Are you gonna Ant-Man Thanos this
No.
crab?
No, I am not. I'm going to cast Earth
I'm
Tremor
Okay.
with my staff, and to do that, I'm going to swing it up like a baseball bat and hit it
Yeah.
and cast Earth Tremor. Actually, no, I lied. I'm going to do Thunder Wave.
Thunderwave. Okay.
Yeah.
Thunderwave again. I don't think it won't hit Michael. It
No.
won't hit, or it won't hit Malakai because it won't go through the crab, but it will hit all of the crab.
And that's a con 12. for you.
Con 12.
So
I don't
it's
think it can-
modifier.
Wait, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
modifier. Yeah. Okay. So
It
will.
literally can't fail.
Yeah. So 3 plus 12, 15. So it takes half of what you roll, I believe.
Okay. It's 9 plus
Round down
4,
to 4.
13.
Oh, plus 4.
Yeah.
13. Round down. So 13. So 6. Yeah. So 6 full damage to the body. Cool.
Should I recast Hex to get rid of its con?
Yeah. that might
Yeah.
be solid.
See how good it is.
Does it just have disadvantage on con?
It'll have disadvantage on like any ability check with that like ability.
Right.
I'm gonna ask you
Yes.
because I've had
That doesn't
DMs
count
who do
saves.
things differently, and that's
Okay.
why I asked you. Do you count cantrips as bonus actions?
Yes. Oh no, they each have their casting spells. So they each have their casting
They
time. So
each-
if the
they-
casting
yeah.
time is a bonus action, it's a bonus action. If the casting time is an action, it's an action.
Shame.
Okay.
El.
Rip.
Ow.
El.
Well, like,
El Bocito.
What?
I was just gonna do vicious mockery at it, but
Yeah, you already used your spell.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can
Okay.
call it. You can call it bitch though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you can just call it
Just-
a you bitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Heard. Okay. Is that all you want to do?
Yes.
Okay. Great. Rolling. Okay. Rolling from Thalia over to Sylvester. Sylvester, your turn.
Mm. Okay.
Get it in the eye.
Actually,
Ruling question.
generally,
If
Yes.
if I were to attempt to restrain one of its claws with a lasso, what would it use and what would I use?
It would use an athletics. It would use. It would use a strength saving
So it would
throw.
have disadvantage because of hex.
Yes.
So true.
It would. It would have. It would make a strength check against your.
But it's pretty strong.
Piece of rope.
Yeah. And I
You can add
don't.
a D4.
I don't. I'm just
Honestly,
gonna.
if
I'm gonna
you
make an on the table ruling that like rope has the strength of like if you're restraining, it has a strength of let's say a DC 14.
Oh wait, we can look it up though, if you want.
Yeah. I need a. Can I get a rules check on that from someone at the table? It has 2 hit points. It can be burst with a DC 17 strength check.
Oh. Hmm.
But it's
According
pretty
to this.
strong.
Is that disadvantage though?
Yeah.
And it does have disadvantage.
Yeah, so it can either cut itself free with 2 hit points, which basically it would use an attack to cut at it, or it can on your turn as a response roll that.
Talia's still. I'll shoot it for now. Since Talia's still under it, I won't do anything silly yet. Maybe when more of us go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to move over to this pile of treasure.
Bonus action, go for something else.
I'm not sure yet, so I'm just gonna roll to hit the same claw again. Please, please, please. That will be
Well-
a 16 to hit.
16 to hit. The claw does hit.
And then, well, in that case, it'll be, I believe, since it's my favorite foe, the extra damage is from piercing. I just rolled shit, so that's 4 piercing damage total, and then that's 4 psychic damage again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Doesn't matter. I don't think I beat the damage threshold on
The
piercing.
psychic damage goes through. The rest
Yeah.
of the stuff does not. The piercing damage does not.
So I'll shoot it with the psychic, and then I will, I guess, use a bonus action to take in the treasure again.
Roll a d20.
So what was the resolution for the rope?
17.
So
2
it's
hit
17
points.
DC and then 2 hit points. Is
Just
that
to
right?
break out of it.
So yeah, so to burst through rope that's tied around you, DC 17, and then it's 2 hit points on the rope itself if you just cut it.
Unless. Yeah, that's
Is that what it
would-
says?
Like for the object armor class,
Yeah.
for its substance, it would be an 11, and then depending if it's a fragile rope or resilient rope. If it's fragile, it's 1d4 or 2, and if it's resilient, it's 2d4 or 5. For its
Resilient is your rope, so that's
for its hit points.
Yeah.
Right.
You know this dude has resilient rope.
Okay, standard rope. Going. What did you roll?
3.
You go to 3.
I
In-
guess that depends on
In
how
the
you.
in the gold.
Yes. Within the goal, you roll a 3.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess
Yeah. So you fumble around, and all you find is like a really big diamond, but to you, like money's worthless. So it's just like, yeah, you find a diamond.
It's just like the biggest, most Looney Tune diamond you've ever seen. This junk! And throw it behind.
You'll be good as rhinestones.
Oh, I go to throw it in light.
It's not like the size of your fist. It's not like an apple-sized diamond, but it is just like you find like you fumble around, you feel like a gem, and you feel like a gem, or you're like, oh, maybe it's powerful, and it's like, oh, it's just a normal ruby. Throw it to the side. Money is not magic.
That's pretty much all I can do now.
All right. Pass it on to Hendricks.
Do you want health or do you want me to do damage?
Do damage.
Okay. Alright, so for me, I'm gonna fly 1, 2, 3.
How high up?
Not fly. I'm just gonna walk.
Okay.
4.
Just one of his little
Casually
his little
walking.
bird talents.
That's
Scuttling over.
You gonna bonus action look through the treasure?
Nope. I'm gonna bonus action spiritual weapon.
Where?
It's on the claw with Dio in it.
Okay, great.
If you hit it hard enough from the top, does it just
17.
flatten out?
17 hits.
Spider.
Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. 11 force damage.
11 force damage.
Oh my god. This is crazy.
So cool.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful.
All right, you deal. Okay, you deal. What is it? So you got 11. So minus 5 from that is 6. So you deal 6 damage through.
I
Yep.
thought all magic damage goes through it.
Spiritual weapon technically is bludgeoning.
It's force.
It's magical
Force. Oh,
Force.
yes. Never mind. Deal full 11 damage.
Yeah.
Let me do the.
All right, and then I'm still within 30 feet there. So if I need to, I'll add my D4 to this. We're gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Oh. To where?
Put in the
I
dice.
feel like that claw on the right is getting weaker. Should I go for the... No, let's get Dio out. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the claw on the right. So it's gonna be a spell attack
It's
for me.
left claw.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna add my D4. I get... It's mutual. It's mutual. Oh, that like just does it. 11 plus 16.
16?
Yeah.
16 does hit the claw.
Yes. I simply couldn't roll a 1 on the D4, and we are good. All right, so that's gonna be 4d6. What kind of damage?
Radiant, I think.
It is radiant. 46 radiant, and the next attack on the crab has advantage.
There it is.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, that's a little too good.
14 radiant.
14 radiant straight to the claw. Okay.
Beautiful.
Hey, I'm a healer. I just did 25 damage.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, sweetie.
Wait till you get vampiric touch.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So full guiding bolt, blast into it. I'll say this now. When you're making the strength or con, or no, when you're making the strength or athletics check to get out and break free, you now have advantage going out.
Okay.
Oh, so it's getting weak.
It's past a threshold where now it's weaker. You know, not fully destroyed. Still very capable of still grabbing someone. It's just on left claw, you will have advantage unable to breaking free, but you can still get snatched up.
I just did all that damage.
You should have a lot of damage. Go clerics, man. All right, is that all your turn?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
wanna-
that's all I can
You
do.
already used
Truly
bonus
God's
action.
favorite.
Action and bonus action. yeah.
Mace, your turn.
Yeah. Hypothetically, if I forgot to mention something that
truly
starts
God's
when my rage starts and lasts for rounds,
Yeah. What is it?
could I do it this round?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so
Gain 10 HP?
my path is Ancestral Protectors.
Yes.
So basically what happens is when I enter rage, then I have a Ancestral Warrior that appears and it kind of acts as an alternate.
Yeah.
To kind of, basically what happens is until the start of my turn, or next turn, the target has disadvantage against attack rolls that aren't against me. So, yeah. And
Okay,
also
we'll
if
note
it tries
that,
to hit
yeah.
someone else, then it has disadvantage on that attack.
We'll note. Okay, so 2 things. You get a ancestral guardian appears on the board.
Yes.
Do you have the stats for it?
It's okay. Wait, no, it doesn't actually. I don't think it appears. I believe it's just kind of like.
Like an aura.
Yeah, it's an aura.
It's like-
so it doesn't have like a turn necessarily in combat.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
So
That's why I forgot.
that happens. So now so we will now from here on out remind me if it's making attack against someone else and remind me that it has disadvantage on that.
Yeah, but
Unless it's against you.
essentially-
This is against you.
Yes.
Okay. I will say that the aura that comes around you when you go into your rage is harkening back to your very your true ancestry, which is the first Minotaur of the first level. And so that original Minotaur was the first hurdle of the great heroes before, and was a worthy foe, as all history is supposed to come out. But it's one duty, it's sole existence, and kind of the sad thing about anyone who is dungeon born is that you were born to protect this dungeon from allowing the heroes to go through it. And so that aura of protection spans out from you in this rage. So that's how that feels. Okay, great. But the full of your turn.
Yes.
now.
So full of my turn is I'm just gonna go back to let's see. Actually, is Dio still in the claws?
Yeah.
Can I reach the claws from on the ground?
Yes, you can reach. No, you can reach for his legs and then pull.
Alright. To like pull Dio out?
Yeah,
Did I
you
do
can
that?
provide. That's providing help action. That's using your action to provide help.
Which
action.
I already have advantage, right? So
Yeah.
Yes, you already have advantage, so it wouldn't stack at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the same leg then.
Same leg?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Mace.
This has advantage.
Oh shoot, that was dramatic.
And it has. Wait,
This roll has advantage.
Ooh, and the.
Oh, this
Do I
this
still
next roll.
bless
This
as well?
You can roll bless as well, yeah.
I don't know if I need it. That was not a good roll. That was not even a roll. 4 plus. Okay, wait. Yeah, that's like a. What is that, like a 23, I think?
23 to
Everything's
hit. To
stacked.
hit.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. you hit.
Okay, cool.
Do you
Awesome.
think you're able to charge at it and just completely knock out a leg and bring it
I
over?
wonder.
I'm not saying along with you.
You know your plan from last one, charging the wall?
Yeah. Do it
Yeah.
again.
It would work.
Yeah,
would
that's
work
like
this
a
time.
10 damage.
10 damage straight. Yeah, even with your bludgeoning. Yeah, so even
Did you
going through the damage
add the plus
threshold,
one?
what will happen is that for leg 1, which is we're going to say the closest leg to you right here, this front leg right here, is going to be gone.
Nice.
So
Are you
you
just
smash it down.
Are you just gonna?
Are you just
are
gonna
you
take
just
it
gonna,
off?
Take it
No
off.
way.
Take it off.
I forgot to bring the scissors.
Oh, there's
So
glitter flew everywhere.
You'll smash that leg down.
You guys think
It
about
doesn't.
it?
It's not too affected by it.
Oh.
You already had
glitter
glitter all over your
everywhere.
hands.
Use the leg as a weapon.
But
Oh,
you
man.
smash down, and so like from the joint, it just cracks, and the metal just.
You just
Breaks
pick
it.
it up like a giant
Plus-
spear and just.
plus one, man.
And let's see. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's on your
It
face.
doesn't
It's
matter.
It's
if
literally
magical.
everywhere, Jack.
it's
It's
on your
okay.
shirt. It's on
That
your hands.
matters.
I've been watching your hands glow since the entire.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
This was a mistake.
I wonder if I can take out. Wait, Hammering Horns says after a melee attack within 5 feet, I can use the bonus action to push the target up to 15. I don't think I can do more damage, but I can push a leg potentially.
I think there's a rule about like if you're above a large, you can't be moved by spell, or you can't be moved by not spells. You can't be moved by like physical attacks.
We could wait. We could take a look at it though.
Yep.
We'll wait for the rules check on that. But what did you?
That was my only other thing. Is I was thinking if I could take out another leg.
Is that bonus
I
action?
don't know if that would be possible. So.
You can go for another.
I'm
leg.
gonna dash under and hit like the opposite side. I'm gonna like run underneath the crab and try to get one of the far legs.
Okay, cool. It doesn't matter which one.
Maybe
or-
the one Sylvester was.
Or Sylvester was aiming for the crab.
Claw.
For the claw.
Okay, never mind. I'll just. Nah, it doesn't matter. Just
Okay.
pick one for me. Whatever.
Roll
is-
Oh, get going. Never mind. Roll a d8, and then because I got the legs numbered, so just roll a d8 and then
7.
7. Okay. That will be one across the way, so you'll run across the open area, and you're gonna strike at this one right here.
Yeah. I think that she can move it. It's just a matter of strength. And
Talia is still underneath it. And this coming up under. So Talia, right from right behind you, feel the whoosh of just a minotaur going. Yeah, and then so you're there's a ramming attack. Or-
Yeah. Well, wait. Goring Rush.
A D1.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So if that's a. Never mind. It's after a dash, so I'll just run up and be engaged with it my next turn.
Okay, yeah. So you'll cross.
Okay.
D1 athlete going
That
for the
is
sack of their
Mace.
life.
It goes. So this now moves to the treasure crawler. Dio, you are still in. Please make your con. This is strength or con saving. This is not the same as escaping. This is that effect of
Do I
being
have
crushed.
advantage on this?
No.
can add a d4. That's the best I can do.
Oh.
What'd you get?
An 11.
11. Okay.
And you need a 14.
So many dice.
You need a 14.
They're all ones.
They're all ones. One's even a 0. That's how bad.
Take 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, Dio's out again.
Oh man.
But
So-
not
Real
dead.
this time.
Not dead.
Not dead.
So not dead,
Not
but
zero.
dropped. Dio gets dropped, like crushed. But when as soon as the life is like fully out of you, it just like loosens a little bit just to drop you. Not even enough. Like you'll slide through the claw basically.
How much damage do I have to fucking do? Crush.
So now Dio's out of the claw, but then now the crab is free up for its movement.
I
So
meant to like. No,
Yeah.
who has done the most annoying damage to it?
Probably
Um,
these two would be my guess.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna flip a coin.
So I'm mentally hurting it.
Yeah, you are mentally hurting it.
Yeah, Hendricks.
Pictures.
Uh-oh.
So for everyone around it, it's just going to like very spindly. Go forward. I think that's. Yeah, I think that's close enough. And then you guys are left where you are.
Oh no.
So you're like right beneath it.
Bug out.
What's your
Blimey.
His whole body.
okay multi attack? Oh no.
but they're with disadvantage.
Yes, multi attack with disadvantage because it's not against Mace.
Mm-hmm.
It's one against you and one against you. So, what's your ACs?
15.
Yours was 15. Yours was
18.
18. Okay. So what is going to happen is that it's going to swipe at Hendricks and miss, but it's going to hit Malakai.
Oh.
Malakai, you're going to. Oh shit. Okay.
Just for it to be 2.
Oh, technically you got okay. It wasn't a 21. It was a 26 damage.
Wow.
And so this will be Malakai. You take.
I get macros.
Well,
You take 23
Thanks, Jonathan.
Okay.
points of damage. Roll a DC. Roll
So
a
Just want you to know that.
roll a dex saving throw.
A what?
Roll a dex saving throw.
A dex save.
I thought you
I
said
said
death.
death. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I was just like that. That's not how that works. I still got 5 points.
Zero
It
to
does
us.
miss you entirely. So when I rolled the first few I rolled 2 for disadvantage against you, and then I rolled 2 against
Inshallah,
him.
Chloe
And
Finley.
then for him, it was still low.
What?
What?
Chloe Finley.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Inshallah, mashallah, Chloe Finley.
Okay.
It's a JP
Okay.
phrase.
Oh,
JP-isms on Project Mimic.
JP-ism.
So when it
Weekend's
says
good.
just
we all know it.
when
A
okay.
deck save?
It's so
you can-
famous.
So
and I
it's
can
Alright,
do it.
alright.
save.
What you got?
My season.
You
Your
can
season.
add a d4.
I can add a
You can add a
D4.
d4.
This is a dex
Yeah.
save, so D4. Yes. What you got?
So that'll be a unnatural 20.
Okay, great. Yeah. Okay, so while you are you're basically like it will gently from the pincers just sort of like get you with its claw, but it's not going to be it's not going to be deep enough where like it was able to wrench you back into the
I think
claw.
gently is a good way to put it.
Yeah. So
Owie.
you're hurt. How you feeling, Malakai?
So that was 25 points of damage, right? No, 23.
23.
5.
You're 5. Okay.
5.
5 hit points. Yeah, that is the treasure crawler's turn. Dio goes to you. Death save.
Nat 20.
So 14.
14.
So
One save.
success.
One save on
Thank
Dio.
God.
All right, we now go on to round 3 of combat. Top with Malakai.
I got heals.
Yeah.
So
So that mimic was just like swiping for you because you of that guiding bolt, and then another just sort of slammed down and it'll just like strike Malakai before, but not enough to pinch it and pull it forward.
let's see. I wonder if Hex stacks with a.
It's concentration.
Yeah.
Hold on, hold on. It's a hit a creature with an attack. Okay. It was just the phrasing on that, just to make sure if I wanted to cast a
Oh.
spell onto it.
By the way,
Aw.
on its back, you are able to dig through that pile as a bonus action.
It's so funny.
Oh.
It's a bonus.
And now
action.
Michael's been tempted.
This happened in the Bible, I think.
Where
Michael was tempted, or Malachi was tempted.
Your Malachi was tempted.
I guess. You know what? It can work either way. It can work either way.
So what you do?
So I will first go ahead and check because I don't really have anything else bonus action wise.
Okay.
So I will rummage about to see what I can make out of it. Romp. How do we count
It's a
that?
cocked nat 20. It's cocked. It's cocked.
How cocked? That's pretty cocked.
It's
That's like ridge.
pretty
up.
cocked.
Like that's right
It's
on the middle.
Terribly
Yeah,
cocked.
go for a reroll.
The purple tray strikes again.
So that is what kind of check again?
Well,
It's
for
luck.
searching, yeah, it's just luck. This is just a, what'd you get?
So just luck.
Yeah, it's just straight with the dice face.
Then just 5.
It's a 5. You fumble around, and yeah, it's just more gold. It's almost as if you got strike, you crash down, and then you're like, maybe there is something here that can help me, and then like it's just more and more gold that just sort of falls off the side of this thing.
You know what? I don't need gold when I'm eternal, and so I will fly up, try to like get as close to the ceiling as possible.
Yeah, it's like maybe like another 10 feet above you.
I'm gonna kind of need it for this next thing, though.
Huh? Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to hold out my medallion and essentially blast it with a guiding bolt.
Go for it. Roll. Yeah. Or what's that? Is that save for?
So for that, I make a ranged spell attack on it. On hit, it takes 46 radiant damage. The next attack roll made onto it has advantage on it, and that's about it.
Okay. But it's a roll attack for you.
Mm-hmm. And so that will also pair with my hex damage on top of it.
Right. Yeah. Or what part of your target? Or just the body?
I think getting rid of the claw is our best bet.
Which one? Left or right?
The one that's been damaged. No more multi-attack for you. You've lost your
Oh,
privilege.
that's yeah. I didn't even realize that. I'd probably lose multi.
Could step on you.
You're blessed. You're blessed. You're
Hashtag,
blessed.
hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blast.
Oh.
So that is a 17.
17 to hits the claw. So left claw's getting hit with the guiding bolt.
You need
First,
D6s.
let's add in the 1d6 for necrotic damage, which is kind of the funny thing about it.
Necrotic and radiant.
So that's 2 damage for necrotic.
2.
Everybody, give me your d6s.
Do you want all of the polyamory D6?
How much d6 do you get?
4.
Oh, okay.
All of them.
Baby D6.
All one, straight across the barrel.
No. No.
All
No.
sixes.
On your mama.
No.
No.
So
Oh,
that's
actually, yeah.
1, 6, 9, 11, 13 points of radiant damage.
So 15 damage total. Yeah.
And then the 2 from the necrotic, so yeah, that'll
15.
be up to 15 altogether. So it'll be this like pretty much holding onto my medallion that comes down to just like arc out this almost like small star, like a comet streaking across the battlefield. And once the light kind of diminates, there's this like dark ruminating aura. Just chips it away.
Yeah,
a
the
little
guiding
bit.
bolt fucking smashes down against the this claw, and like while all these magical effects have been splashing off of it, this one more than the other ones has gone through and done a lot of damage to this claw, and this claw is now severely messed up, but not to the point where like it still can't make its attacks.
Okay. But the next attack onto the crab does have
Advantage. Does have full advantage. All right, Malakai, is that your turn?
Granted,
Granted, you're now hovering. You're now flying
yes.
above it. Okay, great.
So
Good to know.
I am good.
Okay, rolling on to Talia. Talia, it's your turn. You are still under the carapace.
So, can you explain to me what's happening with the con? Is it just naturally high con, or?
It just naturally high con for the sake of its body has like a high damage threshold
Okay.
and it's
Giant
made of,
metal
like,
monster.
big
Okay.
mechanical creature.
It's more object.
I
than
have
man.
a spell called Shatter, and it says a creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on saving throws.
Yes.
If
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Shatter.
Okay, great.
But
Go.
wait,
So
wait, hold
what's
on.
your DC?
Where are you?
12.
No.
It's still
It's still disadvantage.
disadvantage. It still does something. I'm gonna move.
Wait,
Can I
your
move?
DC is 12,
Yeah.
so its modifier would still succeed.
Yeah.
Unless
I can
it's a
still
critical
hit it.
fail.
That's true. It would still do.
Yeah,
it would just
you
do
can
half
still-
damage, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But can I move in front of the crab?
Yeah. You can move. So you're moving past you, or where Dio is at?
I want to be in front of Hendricks.
What's the radius on this?
10 feet. You're fine.
Is it
Just
10
be
feet?
careful,
10 feet
'cause
wide?
my
10 feet wide.
10 feet sphere, but I can point
Right,
it
yeah,
anywhere.
Please don't shout
So,
at
like,
me,
here?
no. He's been through enough.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hit
I
the
don't
body.
need a fail
Yes.
save.
You will be brought up
So-
10 feet spear.
Probably.
Are you
I think it would hit Michael, or I think it would hit Malakai still.
Wait.
Where is he? I thought he was flying.
Oh yes, he's above. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Wait,
Yeah, okay,
I
good.
do have an idea to
Mhm.
indicate when Hendricks and I are flying. if you're able to take the little tile out and just put it sideways.
Let's get some paper
What?
clips. Put them like little wings.
You know, yeah, that'll probably be smart. Just like have a little thing.
It'd be cool if
'Cause the
you had
thing
the
is-
really awesome.
Because we already know that, like, if you
This
are
shit's
down,
made of cardboard, man.
like, if we know that if you're already down, your whole tile is just like.
That's why I couldn't find them.
But you know, if we at least just cock the the little image.
I think
of the
just remembering
cardboard.
it, like you're flying. You're
Yeah.
flying.
You're
Okay.
fine.
And then I'll bring paper clips next time.
Yeah, but it says that you have disadvantage on this saving throw.
Yes, so it does have disadvantage on the saving throw. So I will roll.
Fail.
I will roll.
Crit.
Thank
fail.
you.
Crit fail.
Fail. Crit. Fail.
Crit fail.
Lowest was a 3.
Uh-huh.
Plus 12 is 15.
Okay. But
It was a good attempt. I mean, yeah.
Do some damage.
13.
13 total or 26?
13 total.
Halves 2 6.
Half 2 6. Yeah.
Well, it's magic damage.
Yeah, it is magic
Yeah.
damage.
No, but it's succeeded on its.
Yeah. Oh,
save.
right,
Mm.
right. It succeeded
So it's
on
half.
save. You're
Yeah,
right.
so
you're
6. So 6 damage.
But all 6 damage does go through.
Right. 6
Yes,
damage.
all 6 damage does go through on shatter.
I have one bonus action left.
I think you have a movement if you do want to spend that bonus action digging through.
No.
Just want to go for it.
No. You're hurt.
Severely.
You already
give that,
cast
you give
it
the
as
bardic
well.
to Dio.
I have 2.
right? Yeah, you give the bardic to Dio earlier.
You get a bardic. It's a d6.
On anything?
Ability, attack, or saving throw.
Attack and or saving.
Bardic gets shot
Ability,
over to
attack,
Malachi
Mhm.
from the sky.
Mhm.
You just like,
Mhm.
what's your compliment, I guess?
You hear the song "Shiny" from Moana in your head, unexplicably. Please, please, please.
I take a d6 of psychic damage.
It's just like I just kind of like.
I haven't watched the full movie. I didn't
Guys,
get it.
this is my
Like
OC.
the
Please
scent
don't
of
steal.
sea
Stop.
salt hits his nostrils. The
Yeah.
light blue lights just cascade over his eyes. I'm just like, what is this? I love it.
A premonition.
I've never seen this much water before.
Oh, that's
Okay.
trolls.
Rolling to Sylvester. Your turn.
Okay.
I moved out of the
Dio's under the crab though.
So is
I
Mace.
can bring him up.
kind of. 'Cause aren't you under the
it's
crab
it's
too?
more of.
Mace is behind it.
Mace's.
I'm plotting. So we're all familiar with Empire Strikes Back, right?
No.
Are you gonna?
What, you gonna cut off your hand?
No.
No, he's gonna do the AT-AT thing. The crab your father.
It has 8 legs. Or 7 legs now.
Do it.
I mean,
Don't be a coward.
I was gonna say yeah.
Restrain the
So,
broken claw.
would that be like an attack roll to try and like get around a leg? Or
So each of these legs are targetable on their own.
Mhm.
So you only could wrap one at a time, unless you have something that says you can do more.
Mhm.
On your turn, you could take that rope and also wrap it around other ones too.
It's a relay race.
I was gonna say that was gonna be my plan, was to hand it off to somebody else and then have
Honestly,
to try and.
that is
bring
your
it
that
down.
is your action though.
could you hand the rope?
But would
off
it
to me?
be an attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say it's like a grapple check, but it's not like you. It's like the
What
rope.
stat would that be with?
So to initiate to initiate the grapple, it would be an
Athletics.
athletics.
Yeah. So,
But it does have disadvantage on athletics checks.
but it also could
on-
do a dex.
So I'm just not doing much with
Yeah.
my little pea shooter. So
You want,
Damage
this
is damage.
is an action. So do you have a bonus action you want to use later
Yeah.
on, or do you want to dig for the treasure?
I think
Again?
I'm going to use a bonus action Zephyr Strike,
Bonus
which gives me 30 feet of movement.
Mhm.
So I'm going to try and, or an additional 30 feet of movement, and then an advantage on one weapon attack roll on my turn. That attack deals an extra 1d8 force damage on a hit. I'm not trying to do damage, so that's fine, but I just want the advantage. So.
You already have the advantage from Guiding Bolt.
Hello.
You don't need to use
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, I'll just.
Save your spell slot.
Well, this is yeah. Actually, no, you're right. I'm sick. So this it can choose Dex or Athletics, right, to get out of a grapple.
I would say it depends on which one it thinks it has a higher stat in.
I like that rationale. Okay, it will take the disadvantage on the strength.
Because would it know that Eat's feeling an off day?
Well, the legs are the most dexterous, but I'll get you. What'd you get?
That's a nat 17.
Okay, there's a disadvantage on a strength.
Oh.
Plus,
Add if you want to add the D4.
plus, I'll go for the D4. 4, so that's a 21 plus 1, that's a 22 to grapple the front leg.
It had a modified 10, so that leg, which we're gonna call for my sake, leg number 8, is now grappled.
Right. So I'm going to grapple it with my rope.
Yeah. So I just imagine a lasso just going, just swirling around and just perfectly just sort of
coils around, and then so that was. Wait, so I was here or here?
You were behind the tree.
Behind
right
it,
there,
so
yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm just going to try and get closer to Mace, so...
30. You also have 60, basically.
No, I didn't use Sever Strike, because
Oh,
I had
Save
advantage
spell
with
slot.
Guiding Bolt.
As a
So I'll
bonus
save.
action, could you throw the rope? As a bonus action?
Yeah.
Since
I'll
Mace is
allow.
only,
It's just
10
basically
feet
like
away.
yeah. It's just huck it another couple
What would
feet.
that be?
Is that a
Dex?
guaranteed, like, catch?
You know, I mean, just roll a d20. If you roll a 1, then I'll just say like it fucks up.
That's fine. That's an
What is
8.
it? It's an 8. Okay.
It's
yeah,
an
no.
8.
I'll just say you just like you throw the line. You're like Mace, and then it doesn't land in your hands, but it lands on the floor.
Okay.
Right in front of you. We'll say.
Yeah. So, yeah. Got
I
the
like
rope
not
around
saying
it.
anything first. Just be like, yeah. Just throwing it. It's like,
Well, my thing was like on a 1, you throw the rope so hard that the coil that you just did comes undone.
No.
It's no longer grappled, but that front leg is grappled.
Okay. Yep.
Cool. Is Sylvester built like you, where his forearms are just giant compared to the rest of his
No,
body?
he's a lot thinner.
Thinner.
Slender man.
He's a slender. I
Slender
think
man.
that's about all I got. I guess I should have looked through the treasure pile, but I'm addicted
always
to
time.
gambling. Gambling.
What do people's health look like? I know you. What do people's...
I want to mention, if you these piles, even if they've been looked through before, you can still look through them every time.
Do they have health potions in them?
Right? And magic. What I'll say is this. Actually, you can roll an insight right now for that. Just freely. Just freely.
The health potion
You're trading a
check.
cock if you want to pull it back a little. You trade a little,
You said insight?
yeah.
17.
Yeah, for sure. So on these goals, you must know. Actually, a survival check will probably make the most sense. But regardless,
It would
you're
be a 16
thinking,
then,
yeah,
but
yeah, it's high enough where you're thinking like, okay, so what it appears to be, especially with those goggles getting pulled from the treasure, and there's just gold here. What you're thinking is, if there are magical items here, it's so low detection that it's either so low detection or something that it can't, like it's so big that it can't pinch her up into its mouth and stuff because it has to eat all the gold and spit back out the gold. So like nothing big is going to be here, but if there is magical items, it's stuff that it can't detect, nor like it's at a size where like it's just like eating like really tiny stuff. You know, it's getting bigger. It's gotten bigger in the food chain where it doesn't need to eat basically the scrap magic items anymore. It needs to eat the big things.
there might be health potions. Look in the gold.
Oi.
Alright. But rolling onto Hendricks.
Is there anyone that isn't these two that's messed up? Health-wise.
Okay.
I think none of these 3 have been hit.
I've been. Well, I got hit by the thunder wave. But I'm fine.
Oh,
It's
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So you have it. You two have not been damaged. Okay then. All right.
I just realized
We're
that
still gonna
this
do
thing's
the
not
thing I
trying
want
eat
to do.
me.
So, if I move closer, I won't take opportunity attacks because I'm not leaving its range.
No, you're not leaving its range yet. You're remaining in range.
You're just in there.
I'm gonna move
Eating his chain
One.
spaghetti. Like,
2. I'm gonna move adjacent to Dio, and now I'm gonna use my channel divinity,
Bonus action.
Balm of Peace. It's an action.
Full action.
Full action. I can use my action to move 30 feet without provoking opportunity attacks, and any people I move within 5 feet of heal for 2d6 plus 3. So I'm gonna be adjacent to Dio to start it using my normal movement. So he's gonna get 2d6 plus 3. I'm gonna fly up to Malakai.
I'd say
my 30.
I'd say that's where you stop.
30 feet gets me there. Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, but he's also above you by 10 feet.
Oh, so I'm next to him in the air. Okay.
Well, I'll say like if you fly straight up, you'll be within range. So, but I'm just gonna mark that as like
Cool.
we know you're up, but you're above like this area. He's above this area.
Cool. Okay.
So you basically swoop up like that as you cast your thing.
Yep, that's what I'm
Starting
trying
with
to
Dio
do.
and up.
Hi,
Yes.
So
Hendricks.
2d6.
They both get 2d6 plus 3.
Right. You roll that.
I do roll that. That is 7 to the both of you.
Yay.
Well,
It's-
I'm alive.
Yeah. Dio's just like,
Not a lot, but it doesn't take a spell slot from me, and it gets you back up.
Yeah.
So, do I bonus action healing word, or do I keep the spiritual weapon going?
I say.
It's in your heart.
I mean, the spiritual weapon will stay on the field.
Yeah, no matter what. It's just a matter
And it's
of
kind of
do
just
I.
straight
He said
undiluted
that.
damage.
He said that the arm was really hurt. I'm gonna try to kill the arm.
go for it.
Yeah.
Since I'm like right next to Hendricks, you got this.
That one.
That one.
No
Crit fail.
flanking?
Yeah. So the spiritual weapon. So you
More
flew up and you're just like spiritual weapon. Go get it. Spiritual weapon will go for it. We'll go for it and just sort of whiff. Like it will just cut a little short.
He wasn't looking.
Yeah.
Good effort.
I tried to like no look pass, and it didn't.
Yeah. You were trying to do a layup by
Yeah.
like saving your friends, and
Yeah.
then you were like, and then the cherry on top, and then the,
Yeah.
and the spiritual weapon just.
You'll get him next
Cherry-
time, buddy.
The cherry rolls off of the cake.
Yeah.
All right.
Also,
Yeah.
it's a dog.
When you imagine cherry on top, do you think of cake
Yes.
and not ice cream?
I think of cake.
I think of ice cream.
Think of ice cream.
That's so fucked up. Why are you thinking of cake?
What do you mean? What?
It's like a sundae. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, ice
Cherry-
cream.
It's
I
like
mean,
ice cream sundae. You
who
put the cherry on
can't
top,
put
or a milkshake.
cherries on the cake.
Yeah, what's wrong with
yeah.
cherries on
You
cake?
can, but that's just.
You don't typically put
Dog
cherries
shit
on
roll.
cake.
Okay.
It was
All right.
2 2s.
Anyway.
Hendricks. Yeah. End of your turn.
Yeah.
Yes, so you're now above with Malakai in the sky.
Yep.
Rolling on to Mace. Mace, it is your turn now. Rope directly in front of you. I'm gonna say it's a free object interaction to just grab it.
I'm gonna grab it.
Okay, great.
And just go to the next leg.
Okay.
In,
Next leg sequentially or nearest leg
the
to
one
you?
that's next to me, actually.
So
That's-
this one in the back?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And then if I
Um,
can, I want to try to like loop it.
Yeah, go
or,
for
like,
it. Okay,
cinch
so
it.
another grapple, so an athletics from you,
Yeah.
and it will have still disadvantage.
Do I still?
You have advantage because you're raging.
Oh, I do have. Oh, I'm still raging.
That's better than the
It's
alternative.
really dog shit roll.
Okay.
And you're still blessed.
Still
Is this a
blessed, I'm
grapple?
gonna-
Yeah,
wait,
you're
where's
blessed.
mine? Who's hiding?
You're blessed.
You can use it.
Got it. Okay.
And
7
it has disadvantage.
plus
You got 12.
athletics. You say?
Yes,
Yeah.
athletics.
Athletics,
Um,
you say.
So what was that?
13.
Yeah.
13?
13? 12?
Get
Okay,
fucked.
barely. Very barely. Yeah. So you're able to also like it knows it's getting caught. So you see its leg like and but you still just
Yeah.
and pull it taut. So now there's a string attached to
The front and the back one.
8 and 5. So 7 and 6 are still like sort of jambling out, but 5 is now also grappled. I will say this: if you somehow are able to exert a lot of pressure that doesn't break the rope and pull it like one way or another, those two legs will affect how it moves. Like you can lurch it one way,
Cool.
not moving it a lot, but moving it a little.
All right.
Hand it to me. Oh, I got this.
Yeah, you have peerless athlete.
Say that's been my plan the whole time, but he's just been like flying above. I'm like, I can't really get the
Listen,
rope.
my two ideas were going to be this.
Here,
It's either I hold it back and you guys just keep pelting it down, or the funnier idea,
Sorry. Go on.
or the funnier idea, the real personal one, I'm taking that leg and
Okay.
I'm driving it through the center of the crab.
Whoa.
Well, Dio's still prone, but
No, he's up. Oh, is he still restrained by the claw?
no, he's prone because he got down.
He's-
So
I
he
will
needs
be
He needs to get. He needs to use half of his movement to get up.
Okay. Well, that's
So if someone can get me that leg,
No, just leave it.
Okay.
I'll
So
just
that was your action. You still have a bonus action.
flip it like guess who. Just
You still have a bonus action if you want to use anything for that. If not, you can pass turn.
Oh yeah.
Pass turn. Great. Pass turn. Treasure crawler time. Okay. In its direct line of sight, it basically saw right in front of its face that like Hendricks swooped up, but it can't reach you nor Malakai in this moment because you guys are flying above it. It feels its back legs getting caught in the rope. Its direct. Let's think. I think it's direct because its direct line of sight would be Thalia right now because Dio's still down underneath it. So it has disadvantage on attacks because it's not attacking Mace.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long is that active?
No, that's done now.
Oh, okay.
Wait, how long is it active for?
It's supposed to be until.
That was until
My
that
next
turn that just happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. So multi-attacks against. So 2 multi-attacks
So does it,
against
like,
you.
Put it back onto it every time you like physically attack it, or is
Um,
it a one and done?
it's formed up at, like as
Hey.
you reach space. I just forgot. First time.
Okay.
So 1 is a 21, 1 is a 9. So the 9 won't hit, but the 21 will hit. Roll.
It's only one attack. That was a lot of dice for one.
What kind of wink was
What?
that?
Why'd you roll more?
He's smiling.
He said over 20.
Yeah. So
For
this
one attack, Jonathan.
this pincher will. So it will be the not as damaged right
The
claw,
pristine
and it's
one.
just. And I'm imagining it how the mini is seeing it, where it's just like it's kind of like behind it, and it's just going to go for a full just like side of your head right hook. It's going to do 28 damage to you.
Will you knock me over, please?
Just knock down.
I'm guessing. Do you have the same relentless?
Oh
endurance?
yes, put me back up. Can't no.
Thank you, Roll.
Yeah, it's just as if a cast iron frying pan from like just straight up went bing, against the back of your head, and the world flipped in your head for a second. That's how hard you got hit, and then now it's just like oh. So you are now at 1 hit point.
Can I say something?
Go for it.
I think it'd be really funny if you just did a burpee.
Drop straight down and then
like
jump. I was like, oh,
like knock you down, push you back up.
Get right back up.
that would be pretty. That's pretty fucking dope, bro. Okay, that would be its. And I'm gonna roll a dex for it because it is going to move, but because I'm gonna say because it's tied and it's moving in that direction, it has the chance to trip on itself.
And topple over and die.
No.
No, we just start dogpiling and curb stomping them.
Falls on its claw.
Yeah. Okay. It does not trip on itself. It will.
Oh, Nelly, keep it tight! Keep it tight! Hold on, Mace!
You both are holding on the
Hold
edge
on!
of the wrenching it. That's pretty good. Okay, Dio, you are down. You are prone, and you just saw Talia. You just heard Talia get fucking smacked. Basically, I mean, like what you cut, like you cut G, back of the head.
All right, Dio is gonna stand up. Dio is actually gonna rush to the treasure pile that's like right behind, over by him. Y'all can, if you can move up.
Are you gonna disengage?
He doesn't
I'm
leave
still
the
within
area.
range.
Yeah, he's still
Yeah.
within range. I will say, like, as you like sort of lift your head up after Talia gets, I imagine you get down or you go up. Talia is like hit.
Yeah.
You look up, you see its eyes. Roll an insight check.
Oh, you don't do nothing.
2.
You just stare directly into its like mechanical eyes as it's just looking straight at you. And more so, you can probably feel like you have very magical shit just on you.
Yeah.
So it fucking wants you. Yes.
Can you describe its eyes to me?
Sort of on, it's the same as Krabba. It's just like big sort of like,
Stalks.
yeah, it's like it's stocky, it hangs up over and then like it sort of moves. They can move independently. You see
ever
throughout the
seen
battle.
Mr. Krabs?
I
Well, it's
was
not
gonna-
tubes, it's not
I was
tubes.
gonna ask, is it like the Robo Mr. Krabs where it's just like giant tubes of glass and then there's just a little thing in the inside that's going around?
Mechanical stocks and then beads at the end of it.
Okay, so it's metallic. Because I was gonna be like, what if I just drop down and just one of its eyes?
What if you, yeah.
It probably, well, what crabs can do, fun fact, is like crabs can pull their eyes in.
We knew
So I need
Perfectly
to
obvious all here.
get a spear to they just jab it in there, is what you're telling me.
How much crab research did you do beforehand?
I surprisingly knew a lot
Crab
more
fact.
about crabs than I thought when I did research about crabs. I was like, oh yeah, I learned this in bio. I learned this in elementary school. I was like, yeah, crabs.
What elementary school did you go to?
We were talking about our estuaries in South Carolina because I'm from South Carolina, and I live in Charleston where the
Bro
rivers
went to crab
flow
school.
around.
Crab school.
Stop! I didn't go to crab school. Stop saying that.
Hey,
Every time he says hi, he's like, hey, guy. Hey, guy.
Hey, guys.
he even went to Crab College, maybe.
I go to the same college as you guys.
Yeah, so you do want to go to...
Yeah, okay, so you
Yeah,
see it and
Yeah, I would like to dig through the treasure pile.
Go for it. Roll.
And I'm curious, as an artificer, as someone who deals with magical items, could I get advantage?
Yeah.
Jonathan
Yeah.
really said, I'd rather go to cock
God.
college.
That
than
is an
crab
11.
college."
An 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nat 20.
From the sword pile, you know what? I didn't. I was like, what if it happened? And it did.
Sword
You
pile?
pull out, like from it, you find a katana like handle in its scabbard, within its scabbard, and you're able to pull it up. And off the drip, it's magic for sure, right? You don't know exactly what kind. If you want, you can use a full action to use history or arcana to decipher what it may be. Off of your, and I'll say that the DC for you is lower than anyone else because you're an artificer.
Katana of crab killer. It kills crabs automatically.
You know what? I'll do that.
Go for it.
Crab boil
I need.
katana.
I need.
You don't have
some-
an advantage. You don't have an advantage. Your DC's lower.
That is a 23.
23. Yeah. So this is a +1 katana.
Okay. Nice.
Crab boil katana.
It's +5 when you use it on
I'm
crabs.
assuming that is. It's like finesse. Like
Yes. It acts as a longsword.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Perfect.
That's interesting.
Who would
I
look
think
coolest?
A longsword is not finesse.
I always thought that, like, for katanas,
I
they
think
just double as, like,
Hendricks would.
rapiers. Or,
because
like,
it's slashing.
Or,
so-
like, short swords.
Ooh.
No, scimitars,
Alright.
specifically.
Okay.
You got turns
Give
to get
Hendricks the katana.
Yeah. That's my action.
I don't.
That's action.
Why would I need
You pick it up. Great.
To look cool.
That would be cool.
Bird.
I don't need it.
All right, so Dio's up. Dio's moving around. Okay, Malakai moves to you. You see what happened. I think the last action was just like you see Dio pull the sick ass sword from the treasure pile.
That's pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie, that is pretty dope.
Says Michael Wheeler as Malakai.
Malakai's like,
So, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go behind the crab now.
on the ground.
Yeah, gonna be on the ground, right as close to that dropped leg as possible.
Full metal stock. That's about 15 feet in length. Full metal from a oversized treasure crawler.
Fearless athlete, though.
True. Athletics, DC, 20. To lift and wield.
To lift
And you would have
wield.
No, you would just have straight attacks with it if you were to lift and wield. To
Okay.
lift is one thing. To wield it as a weapon.
Because all of my lifting,
DC 20.
carrying, pushing, pulling, dragging, and whatever it is, doubled.
Yeah. So no, the advantage, not double.
I still have advantage on athletics checks.
That's true.
I just now can lift
Wait, what are
twice
you
as much.
trying to do?
Yeah, he wants to pick it up and wield it. That's what he's been saying for the past turn.
Isn't your normal John gonna be better?
It's the personal.
Okay.
It's the personal
Okay.
damage.
Okay.
And also, like, let's be honest.
You can be anything in D&D, and he wants to be this.
Go for it.
It's like,
was
imagine
crap,
just like
right?
how cool it is where your own body parts are being used to fight
pretty
and
cool.
kill you.
You know what? You've swayed me.
I'm sure the crab will think the same thing.
Oh no, the crab will die out of sheer embarrassment. It's like, oh come on, man, not my leg.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you?
I am a guy with glasses.
Is that your Trevor Valentine voice? Or when he gets bullied on set? That's straight up how he mocked him on the gimmick set too.
And
That's a
then he
niche joke. I hope our
forget-
audience at home loves it.
Yeah, I hope. Hey Hadley, I hope you get that.
Honestly, I hope the crab has a wallet that I can slap out of its hands.
Some lunch
Yeah,
money.
so go ahead and roll for. This is an athletics, DC 20 to lift and wield. If you just want to lift it, it's DC 15, but you can't wield it.
Okay. And with the advantage.
This is two hands, so taking up your hands.
So I'll need to drop both of my stuff altogether.
I'll just say you put it like as you're coming down, like you put it away, and you're like, "Ugh."
And if it's just like I can't get it, I'll put it back on.
Yeah.
What the hell is he doing?
So the first one is a 7.
Nat 20 right here.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Do I get blessed with this?
Nope. Good ability check. Nope.
You're asking for too much here, Michael.
You do have Bardic though.
You do have a
You
bardic.
do have a Bardic D6, right?
Yeah.
So that was a 7, right?
Okay.
And
Plus your athletics.
So plus my athletics, that's now going to be a...
Plus a
It's
D6.
mathematically impossible.
Hold on now.
A 12. Wait,
Nothing's impossible.
It's
Let me
mathematically
move this to make sure. So that's now
Oh my
the
god.
3 with the 2, that's a 12.
So action to lift. You do have a bonus action and you still have a little bit of movement left.
I do have a bonus action.
I'd say, what is it? It's dropping down. Does dropping down consider flying? Yeah, right. So dropping down
That
20
was
feet,
my-
20 feet to the ground.
That's
So you
my-
have
pretty much my
10. You have
movement.
10 back up. So you can get on its back
Mm,
if you want to fly back up, or you can stay on the ground behind it.
you know what? Yeah, you know what? I don't mind making that as a little loop, a little habit. I will get into the safe zone of its back.
Wait, yeah. I might do that too.
That's
It-
so funny because Sylvester and Mace are trying to pull this thing down. I was like, oh, thank the wild. He's here to help us wrangle this thing. Malakai flies out and goes, and then just flies back up. And we're like,
That
what?
does leave a bonus action if you want to go digging.
You want to go
It was either
digging.
gonna go digging or it was going to be just doing an offhand. Wait, no.
Yeah, because you
No,
shoot
that's
both.
only if you're dual wielding. I was gonna be like, I was thinking about it, I was like, no, that's only with dual wielding that you can make like an offhand attack where it just doesn't include your. What is it? What's that? So that's a natural 20 to dig around.
Oh,
the
let's
crowd.
go. Let's go. Okay.
Kind of wish I had that last roll, but you know.
You find a button labeled
You
self-destruct.
on a nat 20. On a nat 20, you
Find
find
the off switch.
just so happen to find digging through the treasure, especially on the back of the crab. You find this little cube. It's a tesseract.
Cuban gate.
You found a little cube, and the way I'm going to describe to you is
Kill
it's
crab cube.
It's a little 1 inch by 1 inch metal cube, but it's not gold, so it's very easy to spot once you shuffle around a little bit. The design of it is a tiny fortress, but in this 1 by 1, like 1 inch by 1 inch cube. It is a tiny fortress. It has a little door and everything, and like little buttresses.
What is do?
What's he doing up there? Help us.
Inscribed onto it in a language that like you can't see it until like you pick it up, and then it'll morph to a language that you know. It has the words "Crumbledorf is the greatest is the universe's greatest wizard" on the onto it.
Wow.
Not.
You want to roll an insight to like understand that?
Please.
So that is a 17 for insight.
Magical item within the thing. Some magical items, in order to activate their effects, require a key phrase to activate.
Unprompted.
You did use action,
good.
I
and this
did
is
use
bonus
my bonus
action,
action.
and this is your free action.
It's Bazinga.
So it will need to roll over to the next turn if you want to use it.
Perfectly fair, yes.
So,
So now you mean to tell me that I have to just, like fucking He-Man, Crumbledorf is the universe's greatest wizard! Smash with Fortress.
it's a possibility.
I don't even know what it does.
You never know.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
This entire turn,
Like,
guys.
unprompted.
Just fucking
No one
wild.
knows what you're doing. You haven't said anything, and if you just say, Crumbledorf is the greatest.
Down, up.
Reminder. I don't know if I described the coins like this. All the coins have his face on it. Like on
It's
the
a
back.
Crumble coin.
Yeah.
The latest cryptocurrency, because it's in the
Latest
crypt.
crypt card.
Crumble corn.
Crypt.
Oh,
Ah!
that's
We had the
good.
same joke last
Inspiration.
episode.
You get an inspiration.
Yeah.
That was a good joke. You get an inspiration.
Right.
Actually, no. I think what the funniest thing would be is just to Bakugan roll this thing out, right? Like it's one of those trap Bakugan.
I'm gonna roll on to Talia's turn.
Yeah.
Just hear me out.
So,
Yeah.
you can. She's swaying. She is.
1 hit point. Yeah.
Yeah. She got knocked in the head, but I feel like she is thinking of her mom in this moment and channeling her orc side a little bit, and she points at the crab and says, "I'm going to melt you down and make a crown out of your bones. I'm gonna cast a vicious mockery.
Crabs don't have bones. Going on.
They're all bones.
What's
She just got
what's the
concussed. She's
wisdom?
fine.
What's the wisdom?
12.
Not my crab meat.
4 minus 1, it fails.
Yeah.
So what damage does it deal?
That's 8 damage, because I...
Damage.
Damage. Sorry, I ate damage.
Okay, well.
I don't get an inspiration for that.
No, you get negative inspiration. So the next time Jonathan gives you it, you have to go, no, Jonathan.
No, Jonathan, I had too much. I ate too much damage already. Maybe you didn't eat enough damage. Maybe you need to eat some more damage. Here, let me give you some more damage. Alright, is that your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Moving on to Sylvester. Sylvester, it's your turn.
So am I still holding on to this rope?
You've got the rope in hand.
Okay.
Mace also has the rope in hand.
Hog tie that bitch.
Do you want to call out to me to be like, if you don't get this rope next time, we're hog tying you?
Malachi, I appreciate whatever little trinket you just found up there. I think that's really cool, but I thought you came down here to help us with the rope. We're trying to tie this thing down.
It's a lot of words in 6 seconds.
Like boom
And the entire time I'm just like pulling on the rope, and it's like, if you don't get down here, I shove my gun in one of its like leg joints that's like not tied, and I fire.
So you're gonna shoot at one of the not tied legs.
One of the not tied legs.
Great. So roll. I'm gonna flip. Roll 7 or 6.
What?
7 or 6. Or 7 or 6, because you're tied. Oh, you got this one actually.
Yeah,
so
I got the front one.
Yeah, okay.
So, and then that one is with mace tied,
Mace.
so it's either of those.
Yeah.
Just the 7 is fine.
Okay, 7.
Okay.
Lucky number 7.
Not that one.
Roll the
Why is
hit.
this one?
Roll the hit.
Why is this one that? 15.
15 still hits.
And that's going to be God, 4 piercing damage. I rolled 2 2s every time, and then 2 psychic damage.
Yeah, so next time we'll take 2 psychic damage.
3 2s. Improvement.
It's so funny that your gun
It thinks
mentally
its
hurts
leg really
people.
hurts.
Yeah.
He's like, I got trick shot.
Yeah, you see. Yeah, you're just like
5 feet away.
just shooting back at it. Is that your turn?
Unless I can drop the rope and go dig for treasure.
You want to? You could.
Yeah. Is there any negative consequences to dropping the rope, or?
No, because it will still be grappled by the rope because of Mace holding onto it.
I
now.
want something cool.
Yeah, so you're gonna drop it though. Because I would have said, like, if you're both grabbing onto it, it trying to break free would have disadvantage, but also you can drop and pick it up and go search for treasure.
Can I pick it up on the same turn or no?
Your next turn.
Nah, I'll just keep on the rope. I'm done.
Rolling on to Hendricks. Hendricks, you're flying 10 feet above. You just saw Malachi pull something interesting from the treasure.
Yeah, that's his thing. He can have it.
Thanks,
Alright.
Dad.
So she's messed up. So the 3 of you are messed up. Okay. What if I just kept hitting it? That might be good. First comes first. I am the realist, and also I'm gonna spiritual weapon the same arm.
I wrote down that you had hex on the crab, and that's concentration, and you did get dealt damage a long time ago. I'm not gonna rule it. Next time you get dealt damage, I will count that.
I'm so sorry.
You got
for
dealt
the
a
judge.
shit ton of
My
damage.
fault.
God fucking
I
damn
mean,
it.
I would say that this is a very.
It wasn't cocked. It was very
That
clearly.
was a flat face,
It was
I'm
very
gonna say.
clearly. It's
It's
a
just
10.
that ridge
10
that you
to
roll
hit
over.
with spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
On
does
the
not
arm.
hit on the
Yeah.
claw.
But it's okay. It's
I'm
a bonus action.
Gonna go.
You're up, by the way.
Yeah, I know I'm up.
Always stay up. Always keep going up. The motion never ends.
Okay. I'm gonna hit it with another guiding bolt.
Where at? Claw.
The same claw. I just want to get rid of it.
Okay.
Please, if God is real.
You're cleric. Guess he ain't. Guess he ain't.
Oh,
What's that?
That's a 10 to hit.
10 to hit? Yeah, 10 does not hit the claw.
I hate my life. Well,
Did
that's.
you do your 4?
I'm not within 30 feet of you, and also. Yeah, I'm not within 30 feet of him.
So-
You're in 30 feet
Right.
of Talia.
I'm not bonded with Thalia.
Crying.
Oh no.
It's an absolute shame. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the safe zone on the back, and now we're within 30 feet of each other.
Great.
Cool.
So yep, wasted a spell slot and did nothing. Awesome.
Passing on
okay.
to Mace. Mace, it's on you. Sylvester also has the rope as well still, so you
Oh,
guys
okay,
are both.
okay.
Yeah, got it. So if it's trying to wrench free, it's tough. But from this place, you can start hitting its legs from what you're at.
Yeah. I'm just gonna stay where I'm at. Let's do an attack.
Do you want to hit
Wait, I have
5?
to drop the rope to do that. Will it be-
I think it's one-handed. I think
Oh,
you
I
can
could be-
one-hand.
Yeah,
Like
right.
wrap around and then just. Are you attacking the rope that you're grappling, or do you want to hit another one?
Oh, the leg.
You'd have to move a little bit, but you can have the rope itself.
That's a good question. I'll do another leg. Why not?
6 or 7 or 6. I mean, 6 is the only one you can hit, or you can reach
Or
around
all
over
6,
here.
yeah.
6, yeah. Okay. So you pull it taut against you. Move one space over.
That is a. Is bless over or?
No, bless is not over. I have not been hit.
Okay. Oh wait, what? No, it was a 10.
Bless.
It was 17.
17 hits. Right on the face. Or right on the leg. But
Right on the cap.
I was talking about the face of
Right
the
on
die.
The face
Uh,
of
Right on the face.
Yeah, I was talking about like you,
Awesome.
you hit, you
Okay,
need it,
oh,
you beat
plus 3, 4, looks like it should be more. 8 damage.
it. 8 damage. Alright, so you deal 3 damage.
Wait, hold on.
Go through.
But does that still count as magical damage because it's a +1 mace?
Yeah, it is a
Yeah.
magical weapon.
Yes.
Were we
Yeah.
not- Oh my god. You're right. Well,
Oh, wait.
So would that go past the damage threshold because it's magical damage? Magical bludgeoning damage.
it is a magical weapon.
There is a difference between magical.
I think so.
It's a weapon.
I think so. I'd say so.
Because I was wondering,
Mace
is it like
fucking out that lifts off the ground. That's how much it hurt, and then the whole crab just got because you got it
Yeah,
wrapped and
nice.
stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's a
Just
little
keep
off balance.
holding
It's
on.
getting a little bit more off balance every time you hurt
does
it.
that mean that leg is broken?
No, it is
Oh.
still up. It's still attached to it. All right, Treasure Crawler's turn. Times 1, Dio's at 0.
Worst thing would be if you timber it and it falls onto you.
You both are in the
It's
same
kind of
spot.
funny.
You're both on the back half of its back.
You're
So it's that. So the only 2 it can see directly in front of it. But I know some fuckery is going on, so I'm gonna roll.
Something's going on.
It knows some. It knows some.
Nothing's going on back here.
I'm gonna say group 1. It can't fuck with you guys. Group 2. So coin flip. Heads or so.
I hope it fucks with group 2. I really hope
Okay.
it does.
So
odd or even.
heads or tails.
Can I call it in the air like the NFL?
Can it be an odd or even instead?
I want it.
I could do odd or even.
I want it to target them.
So Sylvester, Mace, odd or even.
Or like
You
I
said
want
they're
it to
group
target.
2, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No,
So
evens.
evens,
Yeah.
odds,
Yeah.
Okay.
evens, odds. Oh wait, no. I should roll this in front of the board. It was cocked anyways. All right. Odd.
2?
That's an odd.
3.
Oh, it's on the bottom? That's fucking gross. Ew.
Hey, 3.
Ew.
Both
It is
claws
a
are still
die.
active, but 1 for each. So 1 to Dio, 1 to Thalia.
I didn't mean to insult your D4 like that.
This is to. You're next, buddy. Okay, 1 to Bill, or 1 to Dio.
Who's Bill?
That is.
Yeah, who's Bill?
Sorry. Let's see, 13.
That misses.
Okay, 13. 1 to Thalia. That is a That is a crit.
It's a crit?
Yeah.
On who?
On
Me.
Thalia.
She might permadie.
Oh,
That is a possibility.
no.
And it's doubled.
Yeah, she. Yeah.
What's your max health?
24, but I'm at 1 right now.
Well, if it does 48 damage.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought it would be 25.
No, it's if it does double your HP max in 1 hit.
Oh.
You can go ahead and knock me down, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
Oh, this
What was that threshold?
It was 48. She has 24 health, so I
It
believe-
dealt 47 damage.
Holy fucking shit.
Oh my god.
Wait, oh my god, it's my lucky number.
Yeah.
Lucky number
you're at-
47 and
so
not
you're
kill.
at negative 46.
It
No,
doesn't.
just
it doesn't
straight
do
to
it like
0.
that.
Wait, what's double?
True, I was gonna say
48?
no, because
Yeah.
it's like if you
What's your
take.
hit points?
24.
24. And so it has to be double your hit point maximum.
Yeah, so it'd have to-
after 0.
Yeah.
So it's 47 minus the 1. So 46. You're good.
Yeah.
But
And it doesn't keep as a negative. She's just
yes,
adds
yes,
zero.
yes. Add 0.
Yeah.
Straight to 0.
Holy.
Drop full drop.
Okay, because I thought you go into the negative.
No, you
Because
don't go into
it
the
as a
negatives.
crit, it was rolling 10 d6s. And then plus 5. And then plus 5. So it was a 42. on
You
the
will be
dice.
brought up quickly.
That was a doozy.
So double heal.
Yeah,
on that?
that's
Down
pretty
here now.
ridiculous.
So reverse.
I got to kill Will.
Rolling to Dio. Dio, your turn.
Can you get to her?
All right. So Dio seeing that.
I'm so glad you did the math because I was like, how many hit points? I was like, what would that like? It has to be double your hit point maximum after 0, and I was like, and then you said 48, and I was like. 42, 43, 45, and I was like, 47, 47.
Dio's like,
Okay, going to
man,
Dio, going to
more.
Dio.
how many squares would have to go to get directly under the crab?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 minimum.
4.
4 minimum, so 20 feet.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and activate my defensive shield to give myself 3 temp hit points. And then Dio is going to, he throws the katana on his back, he rushes underneath the crab, and he's going to attack with his thunder gauntlet right in that, center bit.
Go for it.
This is your first attack.
This is my first attack roll, yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so that's 14.
Bless.
That
And
is
you have
6.
Bardic.
Oh, and I have Bardic. What is 16? hit?
16 does hit.
Okay,
Yeah.
then we'll save the Bardic. So for damage, that is going to be 7 thunder damage.
To the body.
Yeah.
Great.
And it has disadvantage on anyone that isn't Dio.
Dio. That is
Yes,
correct.
we'll have disadvantage anytime anyone is not Dio.
I
And
figured
then,
on that.
so I'm directly under the crab. That was 20 feet of movement, right?
Yeah.
So Dio will go ahead and run the other 10 just to get towards his back end. All right. And that is the end of Dio's turn.
Yeah, so it's just fuck you. just going underneath it. Back. Okay, top of turn 4, round 4.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Round 4.
Round 4,
It's the-
Malakai. It's on
been
you.
20 years.
Hello. After hearing such the
So-
also inspiring words of Sylvester, I will reach down over to see if I can trot over to Mace and be like, hey, can you throw it up here?
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yoink.
Yeah. I'd say that's like 10 feet.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Finally, the athletics man has the rope.
I'm going to pull up and away. I'm Supermaning
Time
this
out. Okay,
hole.
real quick. Gargantuan creature, fully
It
metal.
is a what now?
It's a
Oh,
gargantuan.
no, not. I mean,
Gargantuan.
so a gargantuan is a 4x4 square. You know, so
It
it's
is definitely more
it's
than
it's
that.
at yeah. So it's just like oversized, but it's like
Wait,
it's
no, a
huge.
large is a 4x4.
No, large is a 2x2.
Is it 2x2?
So
Oh,
it's,
right.
it's 10 feet
sorry.
across.
Uh-huh.
This is, I mean, not exactly to scale, but it's not. It's like gargantuan minus
are we
5
doing
feet.
this
It's a
about?
little less.
So it's
It's a
huge.
huge-
It's huge.
It's huge.
Well,
It's literally huge.
it's huge. It's
Huge.
huge.
literally huge.
Huge.
Then never mind that.
Never mind.
So it'll.
Never mind that idea. I guess I will move
But you
on.
no. So if you pull it up, you can't lift it. If you pull it to the side, you can pull the legs out from underneath it.
I think he's just trying to bind the legs.
Oh,
no.
okay.
No, he was trying
He
to
was
up
gonna.
and
He was
away.
gonna. He was gonna.
Yeah.
Look what I caught.
That would be awesome. But
I'm not that high level yet. Okay, I guess I could just tie up the next leg. Would that be beneficial for the group?
It's either tie up the next leg or just pull it out. If you pull the
You
rope,
can fly, so
yeah.
just
If you
go.
just
Tie
if you
up
just
the claw?
go in a straight line, you can yank
We
it, and
thought
then we'll
about
do an
that.
athletics.
It only takes like 2 damage.
I was gonna
Right.
say you could literally just go,
Mm-hmm.
which would waste an attack, but
Yeah.
But it would have to reach all the way back there,
Yeah.
though.
It's been mode focused on what's in front of it, but there's nothing in front of it now, so its next turn will probably rotate. Or
Okay.
probably like
But it still can't get its back, though.
you can reach for that front one and just snip that, and it'll be free, basically.
Whack.
Can I use my action to cast a bonus action spell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you've already casted a bonus action
Yeah,
spell.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay then. Then I think while I'm at least up here, actually no, I do want to try that out. I want to see what happens.
Okay.
I'm going to drop down onto ground level from there. So we'll say that's now like my last 10 feet.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take out the little fortress. And again, trap Bakugan roll.
Dio standing right there.
Yes, Gio's standing right there. But they can do a dex save to get out of it. And Dio still has bless. So
How far is this gonna reach?
That's a good question.
Because
I don't
I'm
know how,
down and can't move.
Because I don't know how big this thing is.
Malakai, put down the little box.
I will.
Malakai, put down the little box. Just pull the legs.
I will put away the little box. I will put it in my.
are
little-
you sure?
Yes, are you sure?
They see me rolling it. It's like, oh, it's like my dice game. And then Sylvester's like, no.
Do you think, okay, do you want to?
I mean, I think it'd be so fucking cool.
I
to see
think we all die.
see this fortress come
Pick-
up
pick
and
a-
pin it up
pick a
into the
point, pick a
ceiling.
point.
We don't even
what's
know
gonna
what
happen.
it does.
You don't even know if that's what it is.
That is true. I have no idea what will happen
You
if I
could
just
get trapped
roll
in
this.
there.
We have to 1v1 Crumbledorf after.
Think about if he threw it at Crumbledorf instead. Wouldn't that be much cooler?
Malaka, I did not come down here to get squished.
Yeah, you run, you just uppercut it. You see Malakai hot down. He's like, okay, and you're just,
I'm not Bakugan brawling today. So instead, I will make the smart and rational decision. So I will go over to the next leg. And,
Which
wait a
leg?
minute.
So-
I don't need to go over to the next leg.
No, you can just pull it.
Yeah, you just have to pull it away.
So I will then use my last 10 feet to start pulling it away.
Yeah. Roll an athletics check.
It wouldn't be an Oops All Dungeons episode if we didn't talk Michael
It's
down
still
from
hex.
the ledge.
No.
Yeah, it's still right.
Yeah, because
I haven't taken damage.
because that's my that's well you have. It's just my fault. I didn't.
Yeah.
Come on.
So the first one is a
Is this an attack roll or
18.
an ability check?
This is an opposed.
athletics
Yeah,
check.
this is athletics. This is like a
So-
shove, basically.
So
this is
Malakai
18.
should have advantage.
Yes, so the first one is an 18. And the next one is a 19.
So it fails.
Oh.
So you can pull it. I'd say you pulling it in this way. Pick a direction in which to fly with it.
I would say, like, closer to you, to the back. Just so that way it doesn't really scuttle all that much
Yeah.
when it moves
So
its next turn.
when you pull it this way, what's going to happen is going to trip up the legs. So it's going to list leaning that way. I can't demonstrate that because the model is, again, cardboard, glue, and dreams. And so it's going to list leaning back. A lot of the treasure is going to start falling down. It's not going to crush you or anything. It's just going to start leaning that way. So it's leaning up, you know? So it's basically on its back four. And one of them is damaged significantly. So it's one of those things where it's like, on its turn, in order for it to move, it would have to lurch forward against you, against the strength of you guys, and then
I like
move
this
from there.
strength check.
Yeah, so you guys are just, well, it's just you and Sylvester.
Oh, Nelly.
All right, so that is your action.
Sylvester, what do you say when you reel back a creature like this? Do you guys have a
I've never caught nothing like this before.
Thalia,
See that every time.
death saving throw.
Okay,
Nat 20.
that's a 2.
Okay.
One fail though. One fail. I truly thought it was a 1 based off of the look on, based on the way you jerked your head up. So it's just one fail. Okay, to Sylvester.
Where's the entrance? There.
Run.
I am going to. Would it get an opportunity attack if I were to go towards the entrance?
It's not facing you, so I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Because it's not within your reach. So you're not leaving its reach. You were already out of its reach. So there's no opportunity attack.
In that case, I'm with 30 range. Okay. I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike as a bonus action. So I get
your rope has a
advantage.
limit if you're trying to pull it.
No, I'm trying to get its attention.
Okay.
I'm trying to shoot it and run towards the tunnel.
Shoot it in the eye.
So, yeah, I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike, so I get advantage on one weapon attack roll per turn. So I'm gonna start moving this way, and I'm gonna fire.
With rope?
Make
No rope.
your attack
I was gonna
before
say,
you get out of the
yeah.
30 foot.
Where's that?
That's-
You're there-ish, 5, 10, 15. Okay, so I think I
There
can
you
move
go.
like there. So I'm going to shoot with advantage. I see
Imagine
you
if we-
two. I don't trust them.
Imagine if we all climb onto its back.
That's 20, dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 hits?
Yes. And I'm just shooting for the.
Okay. This is trying to get its attention too?
Yes.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm trying to get its attention. Persuasion. That's a dirty 20 for
Okay.
persuasion.
So it will turn its next turn. It will use its movement its next turn to
So
rotate.
I hit, so that's going to be a D8 plus D4 since it's my marked. That's 7 piercing damage. I'm guessing that's not within the threshold. But I do 8 force damage and 4 psychic damage. So that's 2 psychic and 6 force on the right claw.
2 psychic, 6 force.
Yes.
8 to the right claw.
Because I was about to ask, like, is it magic damage that goes through, or is it energy damage that goes through?
So his piercing would not go through, but anything on top of that piercing that's like psychic and stuff does go through.
And then I have 60 feet of movement. I'm just going to...
Without the rope, though.
Without the rope. I'm not trying to pull.
Where the fuck are you going?
I got a plan, so I'm gonna run off. I'm trying to get its attention,
Pulse.
and I'm heading back into the tunnel.
Yeah. So moving on to Hendricks. Hendricks, it is your turn now. Top of the guy.
Well, actually, my plan is to get it not focused on Thalia.
Can 30 feet get me to Talia?
30 feet. Yes. You would fly directly in front of it.
That's totally okay.
But you did just see Sylvester shoot and run, so, and you could see that the crab is now going to lurch. And it's
Totally.
lurching up.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to Talia and I'm gonna upcast Cure Wounds.
Oh, snap.
To 2nd level. So you're gonna get 2d8 plus 3. Okay. 12 HP.
Bless.
Yep. Out of 2nd level spells. And then as my bonus action, we're gonna keep going with the spiritual weapon. God fucking damn it. Nope.
Okay. Well, none. Okay. With no hits attacking, but you're up now. Okay, good. So you're no longer death's door. On to Mace. Mace is your turn. You don't have the rope. The rope. Sylvester ran off. Malachi alone is sort of pulling it in a way where it's just sort of listing on its back, like it's being pulled up. And you just saw as Hendricks hopped over, like flew up over, and then Talia is now back up. Yeah. Dio, Malachi is behind. Yeah, so you guys are all behind this crab and stuff like that.
How far up is it being pulled? Like,
Maybe like a couple. Like the front is like listing up, so
okay,
it's just like
okay.
it's like pressed back. So
gotcha.
Not
The
like-
rope has been dropped except for you.
yeah, Malachi's the only one pulling on the rope.
Okay.
Knocked out a back leg, I might fall backwards.
Yeah.
There's already a backlit hurt though. Right?
I've used so much.
Yeah, leg 6 and leg 7 have both been damaged.
All right, I'm
11, leg 6 worse than leg 7.
I'm gonna hit 6 then for sure.
Wait, could this be the time where you can, like, dash into the leg and charge it out?
I could. I don't know if I can get enough of a run start.
Do you need a
How much do you need?
Yeah.
I need like to use my action to dash to get it like that.
You
Like,
need to
so I could like
dash
go
specifically?
across.
Yes.
Like, under
But does it hit everything in its
Yeah.
way?
Yeah.
Okay. If you go through it,
If I go like through like.
or
Yeah,
does it just say like it will knock if they like? Do you get stopped at all?
Gory rush. Okay, I dash and then at the end you make one bonus melee attack. After.
Okay, so you could dash through one leg and then attack the other. I
Yeah,
think that's
yeah.
fair. Like you'd be like, and then.
Yeah.
And then after that, I guess it's...
So you can hit 6 and 7 in this turn.
Okay. If I'm already up against it though, can can I still do the dash technically?
So a dash technically gives you more feet, so that could be a dash back, like a running start,
Yeah,
and
and
then
then
dash
I go
forward.
back forward.
Like-
Okay, go.
Like a quick,
Okay, we'll do that
like
then. I'm
quick
gonna
turn, like
take,
a 180.
Yeah, back up, and then I'm just gonna run through.
So you'd
Hit
end up
6.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So this is
bonus
your
right?
goring attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Horns.
So yeah. So what you got?
All right. So we got first one is not super good. That's awesome. Bless and advantage on strength. Oh wait, no bless. Okay, that's 10 plus. Oh.
Could you reckless it?
That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
a.
you
Oh, I
could-
could reckless
you
attack
could
as
reckless.
well.
No, I think you make the minimum.
What'd you get?
15.
15 does not hit.
Yeah. So I
Take it. Do you want to do a
Oh,
reckless?
can you reckless, or is that?
Reckless goring attack is it's an attack unto itself.
It is just a melee attack. It says bonus melee.
Yeah, right. Then that'll count.
Yeah.
That'll count towards reckless.
Okay. Please.
Oh.
Oh, so much better. Cool. Yeah, that would be. is it
Bubba
just
17?
string? Yes.
Yeah, it does hit.
19. Awesome.
19 hits. Okay.
Dang, I did not. I thought the
And
full.
if I'm just going with my horns, that's 5 plus. 7.
7.
damage.
This is bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or no, horns. That's piercing.
Piercing.
Yeah.
Okay. On
Shoot.
6. Yes. Leg 6 gets blown off through your
Okay.
through this
Yeah.
goring, because I imagine it's like you butt your head up against it, nothing happens, but then you just sort of and leg 6 just gets broken off. I'll tear it off after, and then so you're still going to go for 6.
Yeah,
or
so
7
then I've
though.
still got
Yeah.
another one. So
I'm
I'll
gonna
go
try-
for
okay,
what everyone is still up.
6 real quick.
Oh shit! Ah. Suspense.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Alright.
Can make that one reckless too.
I don't think so. I think
No, it's only first.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. That's probably not gonna do it. 13.
13 does not hit.
What?
This next line.
Oh!
You need a 4,
Okay.
but
Can I bless multiple times?
yeah,
Turn?
every attack and save.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, so what was that?
So
it
that's a
was
15.
15. Still
15 does not hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit.
Nice.
Okay, no hidden bardic, so that'll be that. But you did blow off its one of its 6 legs, so it's truly a lot of stress is being put on this back leg, 5, and then 7 is its only leg that's like on the ground. Other than that, so it's really spilling. So if you knock out 1, it's going to crash into the ground. And 7 is already a little bit damaged. But moving from Mace, Treasure Crawler. It was goaded by.
It's goaded.
Okay, its attention was stolen from what's happening directly in front of it because it was listing up, so it was just able to see you go over. It's going to now make a athletics, but because it would usually have advantage because of its size, but because you have disadvantage, it should just be flat.
So, I guess that really depends on one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I need to understand what is the size category for this treasure crawler.
The way I have it is, it's technically I think it's gargantuan, but the way that it is, it's like a 3x4 instead, or it's like a 3x5.
Okay.
So I think let's just say gargantuan
Yeah,
is
I'm
the
okay.
technical term.
Then
Hey.
This is huge.
Yeah.
Oh, I love how I'm looking at the words, but I'm not reading the words. Never mind.
Got it.
When I fully understand this, I will. let you know.
Treasure Crab will roll. I'm just gonna say roll flat. Okay, that is 19 on the die plus 5 or plus yeah. So it will list forward, but because it's not really thinking about you, it's thinking about what hit it, right? It's going to rotate.
I guess at the
It's
point-
limited by the rope, and then with that being said, it will then side crab walk this way.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Oh.
It only can move a little bit. So Mace, you were just right under its claw. In that sort of way. And it still only can go as far as the rope, right? So that's as far as it's going to get. Scanning its environments for things to hit. Mace, you are within pecking range. It has both claws still active.
That's crazy. It's doing this with disadvantage because of the Thunder Gauntlets, yes?
Yes.
Bang.
Both? 1.
Both.
Yeah, it is both. Great.
First one, that's a nat 1. Second one,
It dies.
9
No.
plus
24.
Plus 5. So 9 plus 5 is a 14. What's your AC?
that hits.
That hits?
Almost.
But you're raging. You're fine.
Yeah, that's true. You're raging. You'll be okay.
Okay. So yeah, I think in terms of, am I grappling
Take
against it? or am I-
25 damage.
Resistance, so half.
So half. So 25 gets dropped to 12.
Yeah.
12.
That's okay.
Take 12 damage
That's
with Mace.
awesome. Okay.
And that's all it can really do on this turn. Dio, back to you.
All right, Dio, seeing that this thing is basically only standing on leg 5, right? Because it's listing backwards. Still.
Leg 5, and then this leg right up here that isn't broken off.
I gotcha.
So just barely. And also, it did succeed on that. So it's actually back on all its legs, but it's missing 2 of its legs right now.
I see. Okay. Dio, to keep things safe, is going to remain. How tall is this thing again?
This thing is, what did I say, 10? 10 feet tall?
10? Okay. So there's probably not any way I could get up onto its back from here, right?
Unless you do like a long jump going up onto it.
Yeah. Okay. So we are going to keep things safe this turn. We're going to cast Magic Missile, all blasting on leg 5.
Like 5?
Yes.
It's incredibly safe.
Okay. So yeah, what is that? It's just straight damage, right?
Yeah. That is unfortunately
3
going
darts.
to be 4 damage.
4 damage total.
Yeah,
For 3
full
darts?
stab.
I thought it was each.
I rolled a 1.
Wait, what spell is it?
Magic Missile.
So 5 damage to leg 5.
Don't even have to roll.
It still goes through.
Yeah, it is.
Does 5 damage?
4.
4. So knocking it to. Right.
Yeah,
That's
that's
tricky. It could be
Does this thing look hurt?
I mean, it's fucked up. You fucked up its legs, and this claw in particular is fairly damaged, but the actual body itself, a lot of hit points. A lot of just like, it can tank its
Still?
shell. Yeah.
It still has a lot of.
Well,
hit
you've
points.
done more damage to the claw than the body at this point.
And to the legs.
Yeah, but
That
blow off
doesn't like
its-
go towards it dying though.
No, because as I mentioned before at the beginning of the battle, it's not like the mimic where like it was all one continuous bite. Crabs can exist without certain
Kill
levels.
myself.
Yeah, but if we cut everything off and it just sits there, we
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
I mean, you did find a potential thing in the treasure.
You said treasure fell on the floor, right?
Yeah, you know what? Why not?
Can I bonus action for treasure then?
Absolutely. Let's just say I'm gonna, because this one is the furthest away, or from you guys, or no, okay. Treasure token.
Whoa.
Treasure token. It's like Magic the Gathering.
Okay. Yeah, 15.
15?
I don't like it when Jonathan lags.
No.
You already used your action. But you find a wand within the pile of treasure.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, so moving on from Dio back to the top, round 5, going to Malakai.
Whoa.
Everyone seems a bit more spaced out, but yeah, you have the rope. The Dio just blasted a magic missile into it. It's looking more weakened at this point, but yeah.
What leg am I closest to?
You're on 5. You're holding the rope for 5 actively right now.
5 has already been hit.
Yeah, 5's been hit. So the only one that hasn't was 8 at the very front of that side, and then also 2, 3, and 4 have been untouched. So on this side of the body.
Okay. How much slack does the rope give me if I were to move around?
You can move, I'd say, because it's lassoed around 2 of its legs right now, and because it's stretching across that much of its body. Let's just say you get like maybe 10 feet, so you get 2 spaces around that back leg around. So it's not enough to get around to the other side.
No, I don't want to drop the rope. Never mind. Okay. One hand onto the rope, other hand onto the warhammer, and I'm just gonna try to arc it in and just smack it.
Yeah, I mean for melee, that leg is grappled, so it would have an advantage.
I don't think so.
I believe you're thinking of restraint.
That is
Yeah.
restrained.
My
bad,
and the big issue is I don't think I can technically grapple it because of its size.
The rope is counting.
Yeah.
He's saying that the
No,
legs
the
as
leg is
individual.
grappled. The crab
as I said,
itself
I-
can still move, but
Okay.
that leg is caught by you.
The legs as individual entities.
let's see. Or
Hail Mary.
I was gonna ask, like, should I either bash the leg I'm right at, or should I blast a leg that's on the opposite side? Since I do
That one's
have.
holding a lot of the weight.
Yeah, if you can list it back again, having that leg gone
Yeah.
will almost guarantee we can try and flip it.
Okay, so focus onto the leg I'm on right now.
This would be a great thing for a smite too.
So true.
So that's
That
cocked.
was so.
It's
Like,
okay.
at
The
the-
point of the die is
It's
straight
up.
up. It's crazy.
That's cocked.
Okay,
It's-
this dice trick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
roll your.
yeah, roll it again.
Roll out your fly.
But it's hysterical because it's
Like
standing
this.
up
Yeah.
straight like
No,
this.
just like take the dice tray off. You have the felt of
the
the.
felt.
Yeah.
Well, because I brought it, we could just roll it straight onto the table
Just roll
and
it
see
on the
what
table, man.
happens.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
It's probably gonna be a
Straight on
lot
the table.
better for us.
Yeah. That's what it's there for.
And I was wrong. I hit the ridge.
What'd you get?
Okay,
That's.
You
So
got
that's
you
an
got
8.
bless. You got bless.
we're gonna go all in.
And
here.
bardic.
Uh huh.
Oh,
Yeah, you do have a bardic.
And you have a bardic. Sorry.
And you have a bardic.
Yep.
Hold on.
It's a D6.
Oh, that's right. I
Wait,
put it
wait.
in
What
the-
is that? That's a 9. Okay, so it won't.
this is an
yeah,
8.
it's not enough. If
Well,
you-
with his modifier and bardic.
Oh, modifier and bardic. Yeah, go for it. Wait, what's your modifier?
I have a +5.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So that's already a 14 flat.
So you need a 3 or higher to hit
I need a 3 or higher.
with this bardic.
It's the majority of the die. It's good.
So
Hit.
that is a
Okay, good.
6.
So you hit like
Thank
you hit like
you,
5.
Thalia.
You hit like
You're
5.
so welcome.
So roll for damage, please.
You know, I think it is fitting with it being my last spell slot.
You're gonna smite.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Yee.
Yeah.
And that is it. That's all she wrote.
I thought that was Bluey for half a second.
The issue is that I sadly, like, when I think that is the first song that comes into like my head, simply because of one insult that I told a coworker back in the day. This is the wrong die.
My men and masculinities teacher said that he liked Bluey. Slay. Oh my god.
I think Michael.
JW, what does that say?
No, re-roll. It's on the table.
So
That's a 2.
She was a 2.
Good.
I had a
Confirmed by two
friend who
people.
said if you
It's a 2.
dropped your dice, you died. Automatic.
Oh.
I think of it like this. I don't understand how, but Michael is somehow the slowest roller on planet Earth. I don't mean to diss you at all.
It is fair.
No, because he
I
goes
am
like.
long-winded.
Yeah, he truly is like charging his dice.
He's
But it's
saying
like one of those wind up
Uh,
flashlights that are just like existed
So-
since the 80s.
That is now a flat. That's 10 damage right there. Then it comes from the Divine Smite, which is going to be another D8.
Hit the table this time.
Oh wait, actually I need a second D8.
You just had okay.
Because it's 2D8.
Yeah, so you already rolled the so it's a D8.
That was
No.
just from the weapon.
right.
Yeah.
D8.
So
Now
that's
this
from
is
the.
smite damage.
Okay, so this is smite.
So that is a 6, 2. So that's now 8 radiant damage on top of it.
8 plus.
So that's 8 plus 10, and then we have the hex damage,
Right.
which is another 1.
So this is your
Nice.
this is your warhammer.
Yes.
Okay. Warhammer comes cracking down. Leg 5 broken off. No longer grappled anymore. So you only have that one rope now pulling taut against the other two that leg over there. The leg 5 is broken off completely. So that means it's only on 8 and 7 up here up at the front, and I will tear this up.
Yay!
Yay.
Yeah.
Tear it off. Tear it off. Tear it off.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Should we go to like a boil and bag place after this?
Oh,
right.
Oh yeah.
No, we're just
Yeah.
going to China Buffet. No, Blossom Buffet.
I went crab
Sorry.
rangoons.
Oh, they do have crab
want,
meat
like-
there.
I love crab rangoons.
Crab and goons and spite.
Oh. I think
We're
rule
close.
if the model
If the
can't
model
stand-
falls over, yeah, I will say it does fall over.
And I love how it's like right next to me. I'm looking at it. It is right by my leg.
Okay, is that your turn, Malachi?
I would like to just move a little bit closer to that leg.
May I ask why?
All right, moving on to Thalia. Thalia, it's your turn.
So-
You just got up.
I'm gonna. Am I by a treasure pile?
Right next.
You're right next to one.
I would like to rummage.
Go
Wait.
for it.
Dang.
That is a 3.
A 3, yes.
Oh,
Just
okay.
gold, like, just
Money.
more gold. Like you know,
Yeah.
you can obviously keep searching for it, but you could use an action to search for it. You can use your
No.
action.
No, I'm gonna cast Shatter again. So can you roll with disadvantage for 12 con?
So con, so it's 2 plus 12, 14. Its modifier is still 12.
Yeah. Okay. But what? What is Shatter? That says 1d. I think that's right.
Plus your modifier, I think.
Yeah. 11.
Okay, 11.
Mhm.
Okay, halved, because it succeeded. Yeah, so 10, so 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 5. And is that a cone?
It's a sphere.
Sphere from wherever you choose?
Mhm.
Okay, where are you choosing?
The body.
Okay, just center of the body?
Yeah.
Like the,
Like the top.
yeah,
Like the
Just
back.
shakes all
Actually,
the gold off.
Oh
the
my god.
face.
pull out the
so 10, so 5 damage. Yep.
I want to blind it if I can.
Wait.
Blind
You
the
want
eyes.
to blind it?
I don't
with
think Shatter
noise?
can do that.
You
Well,
want to
if
blind it with noise?
Hold on, here.
it shatter the eyeballs. It's glass or
You are
metal or
gonna hit
something.
Mace. if you
Oh,
do
then
that.
never mind.
Wait, hold
back.
on. But
I
it's
was
a
just-
sphere that gets just so up. Just up enough. Because it's 10. It's 10.
Shatter damage dealt to 5.
Okay.
Moving to, is that all you're doing this turn?
Yeah, because I
Sylvester.
rummaged and I.
Yeah, Sylvester, your turn. You're at the door. You've gotten his attention, but now other damaging factors are happening to it at this point.
Can I make a free survival check to see information about this creature?
Crab check.
Yes.
Well, let me ask. I want to know how its internal mechanism works.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I wish we had heat metal or something.
That's an at 20.
I wish.
That's fine.
Plus 5.
We were talking about
Another
this
fuel.
earlier.
This thing is an organism unto itself, meaning that it's all within the internals of its hard exoskeleton on the outside. No one truly knows what's on the inside, if it's just fleshy or if it's that. One can assume that it is some sort of mechanical creature on the inside, meaning that the more damage that's done to it bluntly will affect more so than any piercing or slashing onto the top. Especially even through the exoskeleton, it's like crush, like fuck up a hard drive versus like I'm gonna scrape a knife over the top of the plastic. It's like, you know, you wanna bash it basically.
Okay.
You want to crush
Well,
or you know do that.
my
damage
thought
to it.
was, could I throw treasure at it using an action and then face step into its mouth and try and get inside of it?
Ant-Man.
It is a big.
Okay, so you could jump into its mouth. Do you have a magical item that it would want? And it needs to be like it's animal handling check, I'd say. Its wisdom is low, granted, but it would be like you would have to have something like the more valuable it is, because I do have this as a table. The more valuable it is, the more it would want to eat it.
Priscilla.
No. Of course, no, I can't. I have the goggles. Was my idea.
Oh, that
I don't
too.
even know what they do. So
Possible.
To be fair, it's on the floor because it didn't want to eat it.
Yeah. And
true.
It wasn't
You
big
could-
enough for it to eat it.
you just have to wave the gun around, right? To get its
You
attention
see this
as a
cool ass
magical item.
coat?
Like
see
you
this
don't have
drip?
to feed it to the crab. You can just
You
wave
made
it
me
around.
do
to
Oh,
get its
that's
attention.
more what I
You're
was
not
asking. Is like,
goated
is it going
with
to
the
be like
sauce
an
like
industrial
me.
crusher when I get in there and I'm like instantly mutilated to
On
death?
this nat 20 survival, I will honor that. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well then, so, yeah, I'm not going
Because
to
it
jump
needs to,
inside.
it's chewing through. It has to digest and
It's like a trash
consume
compactor?
metal. Yeah, like magical items that never tarnish, never wear.
So what do you guys think? Should I try and bring it back to the snare? That was my goal.
It's too big for the hole. That's why it's trapped.
Individual parts.
Individual
Oh,
parts.
it was stuck. Oh, it was stuck in
Yeah,
the hole.
it's-
My thought
it's
was.
molting.
It got too big.
It got too big, and that's why it's stuck in this crawl space.
Okay, I'll just shoot it then, I guess. Win in Rome.
Do as the Romans do?
I guess I'll just shoot.
No.
Yeah.
Leg. Was that 7?
Mm-hmm.
When in
Okay.
Rome, do as the barbarians do.
Hell yeah.
That's a 22 to hit.
Like 7.
Yes.
Go for it. Okay,
Right.
so that hits.
Fuck it
Yes.
up.
That's going to be 4 piercing damage. Why is it 2? You're retired. I use those same dice every time, and it's 2. That's 2 psychic damage on legs.
Man, you need to put money on 2, man.
I do, apparently. That's like 3 turns in a row. I roll like
Shot, hits 7.
Could that be like a wild magic like subclass for a ranger where you actually gamble on what number of your die?
That
funny
there,
instead.
I do have some homebrew like that. But moving on, is that the rest of your turn?
I mean,
You could move still.
so I could move. I ran 50. I'll start running back into the room because that was my thought.
Yeah.
But after the survival check, I'm like, wait, that's stupid.
Oh, you know what you could do? You could use that Sever Strike that you still used earlier. You have that bonus. You have that advantage and that bonus damage.
No, I used that to hit. That was to gain his attention. So I've already used that.
Okay. Go ahead.
But
You can move 30.
well, okay. In that case, I distracted. I did my job. I guess I'll just
You're close
move.
enough to that treasure.
Yeah. Gamble. Yeah.
Roll d20.
That's an 11. Worse than the first.
11. Great. You find a circlet, like a little crown, like a little tiara within the treasure pile.
Put it on
I'm
there.
finding everything but keys.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Once the
So
battle is
reason we
over,
can-
Moving
we'll
on
rummage.
to Mace, or no, moving on to Hendricks. My bad.
All right.
Apologies.
Let's spiritual weapon try to get rid of that arm, man.
Yep.
Just
You got this.
Bonus action.
It's got to work eventually.
God fucking damn. That's a 13.
Oh.
Actually, hold on now.
No.
I can't go within 30 feet.
Oh,
of
like
Sylvester
move
to get
first
the
and then
plus
attack.
4?
That's fair. Yes, you can do that.
I will do that.
1, 2, 3. A little closer. Yeah. 1, 2, 3,
So
5, 6. Yeah.
I need. I'm not gonna tell you what I need.
You got 4. You got 13.
12.
12.
Yeah, it's
What'd you get?
17.
You got 17. Yeah, 17 hits. Hits the claw.
Thank Jesus.
Says the cleric.
Oh,
10.
I rolled the wrong dice.
Just 10 damage. Where do you get that extra?
8 force
8 force damage.
to the club. Please.
You see that as many as this pockmarks of just full of dents, and the spiritual weapon comes cracking down right on a knuckle of it, and you can see that on that hit, you can see the whole thing just go limp and just doesn't break off, but it just
But it can't use
it can't use. It's immovable now.
All right.
My one solace of this battle is that you're getting glitter all over you,
Yep.
and it's gonna be there for days.
Yep. I have to go to rehearsal after this.
Yep.
They're being
Oh,
like,
wow.
why are you so covered in
Is
glitter?
Is it
fine.
okay? Oh, never mind.
Okay.
So that claw
And-
is downed.
Okay.
And then as
So it
my,
loses the one in the multi attack. So it can just make one claw attack now.
Then as my action, let's toll the dead on him.
Great.
So that's
On
a
the
wisdom
other
saving
arm.
throw.
On the other arm.
No, I'm gonna target the. Can I target a leg
It failed.
with this?
No, it would just total
Okay,
dead.
this would go to the body.
Straight
okay,
to the body.
that's
yeah.
fine. It failed.
Mhm.
That's 11 necrotic damage.
Ooh, 11 necrotic brings it down to. So. Okay. Roll an insight.
Ooh. With advantage because you love me?
No.
Okay.
Disadvantage because he hates it.
23.
Oh.
23?
It.
The eyes are starting to roll. Like within itself, it's like starting to space out.
Oh, it hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts.
Mm.
Big hurt.
I think we're pretty close. Just keep powering through.
Hey,
Yeah, what's up?
hey, Sylvester.
Hmm.
Can I give you the rope?
Yeah.
First to Mace. To Mace.
Yeah. I'm still under.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna pummel up into the
Body.
body with my mace.
Yeah.
Squares. Like one. 19.
19 hits the body.
So 3 plus 9.
9 damage. Okay.
You got +1.
No magical.
So I go
That's no magical.
The mace
is
is
magical.
magical.
That is magical.
The mace
Mace is
magical.
magical. Yes. Okay.
Mace.
So
is
8. You said 8, 9. 8, 9. Sorry.
Yeah. 9.
9. Yeah. 9 damage straight up into it. You see that it's metal, but you like almost like how you and the metal tears. Now. So it's getting really fucked up now. Yeah. So. All right. It is now treasure crosser. It only can pinch 1. So I'm gonna heads, tails. Tails. It's gonna go for Mace first. So it's going to after that attack really signaled where you were, right? And it's going to roll to hit you. No. We got 10, so it doesn't hit you. Alright. Treasure crab will try to. Oh wait, it can't really, because one leg is restrained and one leg's on the other side, so it really can only shuffle one way this way, one way that way. So we'll shuffle this way by one. Okay. Dio, your turn.
Okay. Dio at the back end of this crab is gonna take like 2 steps to get right under it. He's gonna point the wand up and go, "Crab Death Ray."
Well, actually, bonus action or spend your bonus action to try to decipher what this is. Yeah.
It's the crab death.
You get an advantage because you're
21.
21.
Oh.
The first fully identified magic item.
The ray of crab.
Beautiful.
Grab it right.
Actually,
Okay.
How many are you spending? Explain what you just received.
Okay, so this is a wand of magic missiles. One
Crab
has 7
definitely.
charges. While holding it, I can use an action to expend 1 or more of its charges. For each charge, I cast the first level spell, but for every extra charge I do, it increases by a level.
7.
So like a 2
Yeah,
for 2.
7 charges.
So 7 charges.
Whoa.
And let's see.
A 7th
Magic
level
missile.
magic missile.
Yeah.
Magic missile. That cap would be so.
Let's hold
Well,
on.
it's-
I have
it's-
it right here.
It's
How many
Grab it
3.
right.
Yeah. So it's 3d. So it's 3d4 plus 1.
Okay.
And then so it's another dart. So it would be 3d4, and then so it's 6 levels above first. So that would be 9d4 plus 1.
Okay. Gather
Plus 1 for each. So that's 9
9d4 plus
plus
9.
9. 9d4
Yeah.
plus 9.
Okay, that's
So essentially,
5,
even if you rolled,
6,
rolled all.
9.
Okay, you know what? Just roll. Just go for it. Fuck.
Minimum 18.
Okay,
That's a
we
lot
have
of 4.
That's
That's a lot of
7, 10, 12, 16, 17, 21, 25, plus 9, 34.
34.
Damn.
And it's all magic damage.
Grab that
What
right.
ends up happening, overcharge the wand. Actually, off the rip, roll that d20 because you expended all charges at once. So
Yeah,
it's a crit fail, it dies.
it's a 9.
It's a 9? Okay. So the wand, you feel it heat up in your hand with arcane energy, and you shoot up all of these 9 darts explode. Yeah, just rapid fire, just like a machine gun, shooting straight up into the carapace. You see that it bursts through the metal, it's fucking up the inside, and then for those on the outside, you see the treasure burst up with the arcane energy shooting out from it. The crab.
Yes!
Yeah.
No, that's not
Yeah. So you burst a hole straight through it, killing it. Its
Crab
eyes
is
roll
right.
back and collapse into itself. It crushes. And we will resolve the aftermath of this combat encounter next time on Oops All Dungeons. Thank you for watching.
I'm missing a D4.
It was all me, actually.
It
It
looks
was the
like
last.
this.
Jackass, bro. Crumbledorf is the universe's. Hold on, I shouldn't say that out loud.
Oh my god.
Wait, what is it?
It has a curse on it.
Sylvester.
I'm cold. Is it cold to anyone else? I'm cold.
Horse tentacles.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
As I see it, if the prophecy's a lie, it means we got about 3 steps to the situation here. We go to floor 47, we find our way out of this dungeon, and we go kill this motherfucker.